You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from UBMC Park. We're getting set for the finale of this six-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the biggest of the series so far, as Bowie has won 3 of the 5 games this week. If they can't pick up the win today, then we'll be right back where we started on Tuesday with the two teams tied for first in the Southwest Division. Bowie comes into today with just the one-game lead, and they came up big with another come-from-behind win yesterday and another late-game performance. Bowie trailed 1-0 after the fifth inning and really only had one hit until the sixth inning when they finally strung together a couple of base runners and Hudson Haskin picked up a critical 2 RBI single. Bowie never had to look back and eventually piled on 7 runs in those final 4 innings of play. So big opportunity for the Baysox here to try and get it done again as we get you set up for the numbers. Bowie comes in for game number 125 in the season, a 62-62 record on the year, or rather 63-62. They're on a one-game winning streak and 7-3 over their last 10. Bowie is 28-34 when playing on the road. Erie comes in for game number 126. They're 74-51. A one-game losing streak for Erie. They're 5-5 over their last 10. And in the second half, Bowie is 36-20. That's the best record in the Eastern League, while Erie is 35-21. Erie still just one game out of first place, while Akron sits in third at 31-25. They're 5 games out of first place. Altoona back in fourth, 6.5 games out at 29-26. So with 13 games, including today, left to play in the regular season, still plenty available up in the air. The Baysox need to make sure that they can build their own ground and not have to rely on the way other games might square off. Today's starting pitching matchup sees Chance Kirby go for Erie, while Brennan Hanafy gets the start for the Baysox. Hanafy is making his second start of this series, while Kirby is still making just his first. The Seawolves have switched to a 6-man rotation. And that could really help them today because Kirby, he has been one of the best pitchers in the Eastern League this season. It was a slow climb up for the right-hander in the Tigers organization, drafted out of the University of Texas at San Antonio in 2018. He was handed mostly relief roles at the start of the year, but shifted back into the rotation around mid-May and had no issue in terms of the change, especially no change in his numbers. His 2.52 ERA leads the league among qualified pitchers, and he has 2 good outings against Erie, one of them a no decision, the other one a win. In total, he's allowed just 1 earned run in 11 innings, and that was a solo home run to Christopher Cespedes here at this ballpark. So we may need to rely on that long ball again if they want to win, but I don't necessarily see that happening. Kirby has only allowed 11 home runs in 110 innings. While Brennan Hanafy gets the start for the Baysox, his second start this week. His start against Erie on Tuesday was fine. He fired 4 innings and allowed 4 runs. It was really just one big swing that hurt him, and that's kind of been the story for Bowie in a couple of these games this week. He gave up a 3-run home run to Gage Workman in the 4th inning after Hanafy allowed the first 2 batters to reach safely, and then Workman. So as long as he can get early work with the cutter, get some first pitch strikes, that's really what's going to tell the story of this day for Hanafy. The first pitch strike ratio is going to make or break the kind of day that Hanafy has. We've got plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We take our first break now. And when we return, we take a look back onto the week that was in Baysox baseball, as we do every Sunday. A nice little recap with some of the key highlights over the last 5 days. We're back with more. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of Minor League Baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Start keeping it going with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from UPMC Park in Erie. We're getting ready for the finale of this 6-game series between the Baysox and the Seawolves. Matt Sabat is with you on, it's a bit of a cloudy Sunday here in Erie, but it's a Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going to recap the week that was in Baysox baseball, walk you through how this series has gone in full. So, back in time, the faraway land of August 30th, a very fun Tuesday at the ballpark. Had a little bit of rain early, but clear skies following that, and boy, did Bowie come in riding high. They had collected a walk-off win, a 2-run home run by Colton Cowser to take down the Altoona Curve and pick up a series win 4-2. And after Cowser and Ortiz got the call up to AAA Norfolk, the load was shifted on to Connor Norby, and boy, did he deliver. 2-1 pitch, and Norby crushes it deep out to right field. Cabrera's back at the warning track, and this one is gone. Connor Norby says goodbye. His 13th home run of the season. Another first-inning blast, and Bowie leads 1-0. Well, the Baysox would have that 1-0 lead for only a short amount of time, because in the bottom of the second, Erie would tie the game, and in the bottom of the fourth, Gage Workman smacked a 3-run home run off of Brennan Hannafy to give the Seawolves a big lead. But Connor Norby came up again in the fifth. First pitch to Connor Norby is swung on and cracked out toward deep left center field. Meadows is running back a long way. He's out of room. It's gone. Connor Norby says goodbye. His third multi-home run game. A go-ahead 3-run shot in the fifth. And Bowie leads 5-4. Bowie would eventually push ahead in the top of the ninth inning after Erie would come back to tie the game at 5. A leadoff double by Cody Roberts, and then 2 wild pitches by reliever Gerson Moreno. One pushed Roberts to third, and the other one brought Roberts home to score as Bowie would win the game 6-5, take a 1-game lead in the Southwest Division standings. Brings us on to Wednesday as the Baysox were trying to make it 2 in a row to start the series and 3 in a row overall. Bowie, while they went down scoreless in the top of the first, got a great start from Cade Povich. Left-hander tossed 6 innings of 1-run ball, and in the second inning, they really got a good offensive day going against the Seawolves' Brant Herter. Contact is really running into that. The 2-2. Swinging a line drive up the third base line. That one touches down for a fair ball, and Mayo will score. Roberts heads first to third. Does he get the wave? No, he'll be held up. But it's an RBI double for Toby Welk, and the Baysox have second and third with no one out and a 1-0 lead. It would eventually become a 3-run second inning for Bowie, and in the third, they loaded the bases with none out to knock Herter from the game. They weren't able to get anything, though, for the first 2 batters out of the reliever Bubba Derby. Toby Welk hit into a force out at the plate, and Andrew Dashbach struck out swinging. So it came on to Zach Watson with bases still loaded and a 2-strike count with 2 outs. Watson delivered. Here, the 2-2. Swinging a high fly out toward right center field, deep in the gap. Cabrera and Meadows running back. They're looking up, and it's off the warning track and the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Roberts. Mayo is around, and now Welk is down. A 3 RBI double for Zach Watson. Clears the bases and makes it 6-0 Bowie. So a bases clearing double really broke the game open, and the Baysox were able to run from there. Toby Welk polished it off with a big home run late in the night. Next pitch to Toby Welk here is skied out toward deep left field. This one's headed out, up against the wall. Myers looks, and there it goes. Toby Welk says goodbye. His 4th home run of the season. A solo blast here in the 7th, and Bowie leads 9-1. The Baysox weren't done for still quite some time. They eventually won 15-5, a massive win for Bowie on a season's high 20 hits. That was a big one, and it looked like Bowie might be able to carry some of that momentum into Thursday's game when Connor Norby stepped up and did it again in the first inning. He fires the 1-2 pitch, and Norby drills it out toward deep right center field. Meadows runs back. He looks up, and there it goes. Connor Norby says goodbye. His 15th home run of the season. Yet another first inning blast, and Bowie leads 1-0. That is the 3rd time in 5 games that Connor Norby has homered in the first inning. Norby has 6 home runs in the first inning this season with Bowie. That's already tied for the most in the Eastern League this year. But the problem would be that Erie would get a home run of their own. Gage Workman went yard in the bottom of the first to take a lead. And later on, just 3 batters later, Justin Armbruster having a tough time working around a walk and a stolen base. Dane Myers made it possible for Erie to win this one. The payoff to Myers. Driven high and deep to right field. Haskins back at the wall. There it goes. 2-run home run for Myers, the second homer of the inning for Erie, and it's 3-1. Well, Armbruster was able to settle from there. He did not allow another base hit and actually retired the final 7 batters he faced. Meanwhile, Bowie and their relievers only allowed 1 additional hit through the remainder of the game. Erie only had 3 hits. Bowie had 6 hits, but they still ended up on the wrong end of it. 3-2, the final on Thursday. Brings us on to Friday, and the Baysox went down scoreless in the first against hotshot starter Ty Madden, who eventually struck out 7 batters. While Garrett Stallings was working in the second inning off of a good start, he fell victim to the hard, heavy bat of Quincy Naporti. 2. And Naporti golfs one out toward deep left center field. Haskins running back. He looks up, and there it goes. That was the 29th home run of the season for Naporti. Stallings ties a franchise record by allowing his 26th home run this year. That's the most since Josh Towers also allowed 26 in 1999. But the Baysox, they weren't out of it. In the 7th inning against Gerson Moreno, Toby Welk stepped up big with a 2 RBI double. Here's the 0-1. And Welk lines it out toward deep left center field in the alley. This'll touch down for a base hit. Could tie the game. Prieto scores. Here comes Roberts around. He'll score. A 2 RBI double for Toby Welk. And it's 3-3 here in the 7th. After Jensen Elliott ran into Dane Myers and allowed a solo home run in the bottom of the 8th, Bowie was lost again. They did not get anything in the top of the 9th despite loading the bases with no one out. They lost 4-3. Brings us on to Saturday night, and while both teams were held scoreless over the first 2 innings, it was Erie to break ahead in the bottom of the 3rd as Bryant Packard hit a solo home run off of Chase McDermott to start the frame. Bowie was scoreless and held nearly hitless over the first 5 innings by Wilmer Flores. But after Flores allowed the first base runner on a pair of errors, not really his fault, then he hit Connor Norby. He was lifted from the game. Gobi Mayo laid down a bunt single to load the bases, and while Bowie trailed just 1-0 following that Packard home run, Hudson Haskins stepped up and suddenly gave Bowie the lead. 2 outs for a tying run. First pitch, and Haskin lines it to center field for a base hit. This will score 1 as Hernandez comes down. Norby gets the wave around. Here comes the throw. There's no throw home as it's cut off. A go-ahead 2 RBI single for Hudson Haskin, and the Baysox lead 2-1 here in the 6th. A critical hit there for Bowie. They eventually added on 2 more runs in the 7th inning when Daryl Hernandez stepped up for his first AA bomb. By the new rules, and the home plate umpire missed that call, but Hernandez hammers one to deep left field anyway. Myers runs back. He looks up at the wall, and it's gone! Daryl Hernandez says goodbye. His first AA home run is a 2-run blast here in the 7th, and Bowie leads 5-2. Baysox would eventually add 2 more runs in the 9th inning and win 7-2. So on the week, the Baysox have 3 wins, 2 losses. They try to pick up their 4th win and take this most important series with the Seawolves, hold on to a 2-game advantage going into the final 12 games of the year. But we've still got the first of that final 13 to play, and that's coming your way soon. We're going to break. When we come back, we'll get you set up for first pitch and all the play-by-play. More to come. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, back one final time here to UPMC Park as we get ready to wrap up the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis with you. Series finale between the Baysox and the Erie Seawolves on the way. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups briefly. Starting with Erie, it'll be Andrew Navigado and Gage Workman to follow, then Parker Meadows and Quinton Aporti, Dane Myers, Dylan Dingler, Daniel Cabrera, and then Trey Cruz and Bryant Packard. If you can believe it, Erie did not make a single change in their starting lineup. 1 through 9, the order is the same defensively. The positioning is the same. The Baysox did make a few changes. Daryl Hernais still leads off. Hudson Haskin jumps up to 2, while Connor Norby's going to get the day off today. Zach Watson will be in center field, batting third. That should be fun. While Kobe Mayo is at third base, Cesar Prieto at second. Toby Welk will be in left field. Maverick Handley back into the lineup for his first time since hitting the injured list back in the Altoona series. He'll be the designated hitter while Andres Angulo catches, and Andrew Dashbach will be at first base. Chance Kirby versus Brennan Hanafy today as the Baysox try to make a dent against the league's best pitcher. We've got first pitch and all the play-by-play coming your way soon. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from UPMC Park. It's the finale of this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Erie, Pennsylvania. And as Chance Kirby warms on the mound for the Seawolves, the starting lineup for the Bowie Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Daryl Hernais, followed by Hudson Haskin in right field, batting second. Zach Watson in center field bats third. Kobe Mayo at third base bats fourth. Cesar Prieto is the second baseman batting fifth. Toby Welk in left field bats sixth. Maverick Handley is the designated hitter. He bats seventh. Andres Angulo will catch today and bat eighth. and Andrew Dashbach is at first base, closing out the lineup. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Keller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 63-62 on the season, 36-20 in the second half. That's the best record in the Eastern League. They are on a one-game winning streak and have secured 3 of the 5 games in this series so far. Again, their lineup features Daryl Hernaiz, Hudson Haskin, and Zach Watson, Kobe Mayo, Cesar Prieto, and Toby Welk, Maverick Handley, Andres Angulo, and Andrew Dashbach, all to face off against the right-hander Chance Kirby on the mound. Cloudy day here in Erie, not too much wind to speak of. The dimensions at UPMC Park, 328 feet down the line to right field, 317 feet down the line to left field, 400 feet to straightaway center, 356 to left center, 367 to right center. As Daryl Hernaiz digs in, a 174 average and a 471 OPS just in 5 games here at AA. He has 1 home run, came yesterday with already 6 runs batted in. But he's struck out 7 times, has not drawn a walk yet here with the Baysox. As Kirby grabs the rosin bag with his back to home plate facing the outfield, he climbs the hill, kicks a little bit of dirt out of his cleats, and foots the rubber. Right-hander peers into Hernaiz and holds ball behind waist, curls up and comes set at the waist. He's ready to offer, and the first pitch on its way home is a fastball smoked out toward right field in the corner. Cabrera ranging toward foul territory, crosses into the Bowie bullpen and makes the catch. Hernaiz flies out in foul territory on the first pitch, and we're underway at 1:36 p.m. on a 75-degree overcast day here in Erie. Rest of the defense for Erie, you've got Dane Myers in left field, Parker Meadows in center, and Daniel Cabrera in right. Trey Cruz is at third base, Gage Workman at short, Andrew Navigato at second base, and Quincy Naporti at first. Dylan Dingler is the catcher behind the plate for Chance Kirby on the mound. As Hudson Haskins steps into bat, a 269 average and an 830 OPS in 100 games. First pitch to him is a fastball called for strike on the top half of the zone at 93. It's 0-1. 22 doubles and 3 triples for Haskin with 14 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Bowie is coming off of a big win last night to avoid losing the series potentially. The 0-1 pitch, Haskin swings and misses at an off-speed outside. It's 0-2. Bowie trailed 1-0 through the 5th. They only had 1 hit through the 5th inning, but then piled on 7 runs, mostly against the Erie bullpen, to win 7-2, take their 3rd game of the series, a chance today to win the 6-game series. 0-2 pitch to Haskin, bounced past the mound, a slow roller hits off of the mound, scooped by the shortstop Workman, and he fires to first just in time. Beats out Haskin by a step, and there's 2 away. Umpiring crew for today's game, you've got Tom Fornarola at third base, Matt Carlian is the crew chief, he's at first, and Jae Young Kim is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Zach Watson stepping in for Bowie. 179 average and a 541 OPS in 82 games for the right-hander this season. 10 doubles and 2 triples, 7 home runs, 27 runs batted in. First pitch to him, and Watson rips a liner foul, third base side, 0-1 to start. This is the highest in the lineup that Watson has hit all season. He had hit in the 4 slot, cleaning up twice this year, 3 times 5th. Most of his appearances have been among the bottom 3, 7, 8, and 9. And it's his first time batting third all season. But he's had a pretty successful series, so why not? The 0-1 pitch. And Watson swings through a low curveball at 79. It's 0-2. Chance Kirby, a 5'11", 165-pound, 27-year-old right-hander from San Antonio, Texas. 25th round draft selection in 2018 from the University of Texas at San Antonio. As he foots the first base side of the rubber out of the stretch. Rests the glove on his front thigh, peers down, and now uprights. Holds set at the waist. And the 0-2 pitch to Watson. Misses outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. We're scoreless here in the top of the first inning. Bases empty, 2 away. Kirby is 8-3 on the season with a 2.52 ERA. That leads the Eastern League among qualified pitchers. He has 110 and 2/3 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Watson bounces it hard, deep in the hole to third, past the third baseman, picked by Workman at short, and he fires to first in time. That was a good recovery by Workman as Cruz nearly ruined that play for him. The Baysox go down in order here in the first on just 8 pitches by Chance Kirby. Bottom of the first coming up. We're scoreless. Erie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox went down in order on just 8 pitches in the top of the first inning, so it'll be on Brendan Hanafy here in the bottom of the first inning to try and make sure he can at least match that start. Matt Sabat is with you from UPMC Park. So glad you're joining us. And as Brendan Hanafy warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Erie Seawolves that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Andrew Navigado, followed by Gage Workman, the shortstop, batting second. Parker Meadows in center field bats third, while Quincy Naporti at first base cleans up. Dane Myers is in left field batting fifth. Dylan Dingler, the catcher, sixth. Daniel Cabrera in right field seventh. Trey Cruz at third, eighth. And Brian Packard is the DH, batting ninth. Erie is the AA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. They are 74-51 in the season and 35-21 in the second half. Gabe Alvarez is their manager. Again, the Erie lineup features Navigado, Workman, Meadows, Naporti, Myers, Dingler, Cabrera, Cruz, Packard, all to face off against Brendan Hanafy. First pitch. And Hanafy fires a called strike. Fastball in the upper inside corner to Navigado, and it's 0-1 to start. 263 average for Navigado this season with a 781 OPS in 84 games. Next offering is bounced foul to third, and it's quickly 0-2. 15 doubles and no triples for Navigado, 14 home runs, 35 runs batted in. He's had a good season against the Baysox specifically as the 0-2 pitch is popped up. Out towards shallow left, a long run down for Toby Welk. Hernaiz makes the wave, but Welk calls him off at the last second. He dives and makes the catch. Hernaiz was backed up to field that ball, but Welk was screaming for him to call off. And Welk fortunately made sure that he didn't waste that call. I guess you can put a star on your scorecard in that one because Welk really had to go far for it. Rest of the defense for Bowie, you've got Toby Welk in left, of course. Then Zach Watson is in center, and Hudson Haskin is in right field. Tell you about the rest in a second as Gage Workman steps up to bat. First pitch home to him, and he watches a fastball miss up and away, 1-0. Gobi Mayo is at third base, Daryl Hernaiz at short, Cesar Prieto at second, and Andrew Dashbach is at first. Andres Angulo catches behind the plate for Brendan Hanafy on the mound. 1-0 pitch to Workman, and a fastball misses up and away again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 228 average for Workman, a 710 OPS in 115 games, 27 doubles, 8 triples, 14 home runs, 66 RBI, the 2-0. Fastball again just skims too far up and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Well, it makes sense the way that Erie has structured their lineup for this series. They put 3 of the best batters against the Baysox specifically at the top. The 3-0 is a fastball right down Broadway, and it's 3-1. Navigado is hitting .341 against the Baysox. Workman at the plate now is hitting .300. Parker Meadows is hitting .267, which is a shade better than his overall. The 3-1 is cracked in the air. Foul ground, left side, potentially for Mayo at third, but it looks like it's going to get out of play. Touches down on the concourse, and it runs the count full. Brendan Hanafy, a 6'5", 215-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Harrisonburg, Virginia. 4th-round draft selection back in 2016. On the season for Bowie, he's gone 2-1 with a 5.28 ERA in 8 games, all starts. As he fires the 3-2 to Workman, and it's called strike 3 on the lower inside corner, and Workman is instantly voicing his frustration. We're going to be in for a long day. I do want to preview that for you. Both sides have not had kind things to say about this umpiring crew, as Hanafy logs his first strikeout, and it's been just about on all of them, regardless of which one is calling the balls and strikes. As Parker Meadows digs in, first pitch to the left-hander, bounces in, and it's 1-0 to start. Bowie is in their alternate orange jerseys today. Black block Bowie arced across the front side, gray pants, black cap. Erie is in their alternate yellows today with the black Erie in blocks on the front, white pants, black cap. Next pitch into Meadows, misses down and inside, and it's 2-0. Meadows is hitting .265 and .815 OPS in 100 games, 17 doubles, 6 triples. The 2-0 pitch to him is fouled off to the screen, and it's 2-1. Meadows has 16 home runs, 3 of them against Bowie, 43 runs batted in. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the first inning as Bowie is trying to win their second consecutive series. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball skims in low again, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. It was an 8-pitch first inning for Chance Kirby. Hannafy is up to 14 pitches now with this next offering. As he fires the 3-1, and it's cracked on a line to right center field. This one will split the gap and head to the wall. Meadows will head to second base, where it's picked up in center and sent back in. But a 2-out double for Meadows, his 18th of the season. Puts runner in scoring position for Erie here in the first inning. Hannafy is making his second start this week against the Seawolves, and many a time that does lead to some trouble as you're practically facing a lineup a 4th time through, then a 5th, and maybe even a 6th. And Hannafy was off to an okay start on Tuesday when he faced Erie, but walked a batter with 1 out in the second and gave up a 2-out RBI double. As Quincy Naporti bats here with a runner at second and 2 away. First pitch into the right-hander, and Naporti watches called strike. Fastball hits the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. 271 average for Naporti and 888 OPS, so triple eights. 110 games played. He leads the league with 30 home runs and with 83 RBI. The 0-1 pitch, and Naporti watches changeup miss inside. That one looked close. It's a ball and a strike now. Naporti also has 23 doubles and 2 triples. Hannafy's start on Tuesday really got out of hand in the 4th inning, and that's what kind of kneecapped the rest of his day. Touch on it in a second as he holds to fire the 1-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Curveball well low, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Because around that RBI double, Hannafy only allowed the 1 hit over 3 innings. But then in the 4th, he gave up single, walk, 3-run home run just to start the frame. Gage Workman hit the bomb. Here's the 1-2. Just a piece off of the catcher's mask, and it goes back into the Baysox dugout. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Angulo doesn't look fazed by it. Off-speed pitch holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes here. Scoreless game, bottom of the first, with a runner at second. This series has seen a handle of early scoring. Yesterday, I think, was one of the last 2 games, or the only 2 games this series that haven't had a run score in the first inning. Yesterday was the only one to not have it score in the first or second. Another 1-2, and Naporti punches it right in front of the mound. 2 hops where it's picked by Hannafy. A low toss is picked out of the ground by Dashbach with a stretch. Oh, Hannafy bounced it into Dashbach, and he had to switch over across the body to field it. Fortunately, his legs held up onto the bag. 1-3 put out ends the inning and strands a runner at second as we move to the second. We're scoreless, Bowie and Erie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Top of the second here in Erie as we've got a scoreless game. A 19-pitch first inning for Brendan Hannafy. He had to dance around a two-out double on a 3-1 count. Fortunately stranded the runner with a tough play that he had to make on the mound himself, but threw out a runner at first, ended the inning. And now as we go to the second, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Bowie to bat, starting with Kobe Mayo. Chance Kirby had a fast first inning, 8 pitches. First pitch in from Kirby to Mayo is a fastball. I don't really see where that one missed. I suppose it was a bit inside, and it's 1-0 to start. Well, I said it after Gage Workman struck out looking on a full count back in the first. We might be in for a long day with some questions about the strike zone. Mayo hitting .259, a 703 OPS, and the next pitch is called a strike. That one looked to be about the same spot and maybe even a bit lower, but it's 1-1. 22 games for Mayo with 3 doubles and no triples, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1, and Mayo bounces it foul to the third base side. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Mayo has really been on a much better run lately after going down to the injured list early with those back spasms, coming back and starting a little bit slowly for his first real length year in AA. But this series, he's hitting well above 330. So a big chance here for him. You want to see him continue. Here's the 1-2. Mayo watches called strike 3. Up and in, and he has an instant opinion about it. Not as vocal as Gage Workman back in the first inning, but he's still very much entitled to voicing his displeasure. First strikeout for Kirby. He's retired all 4 batters he's faced today as Cesar Prieto digs in. .263 average and a .654 OPS in 81 games. 21 doubles and no triples, 3 homers, 32 runs batted in. First pitch into the lefty, and Prieto swings through a curveball. It's 0-1 to start. Third base still plays in on the baseline, but I say it constantly. Well, I guess I can't say it anymore because Prieto did buck his trend yesterday of bunting on anything other than the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Misses down, and it's a ball and a strike. Until yesterday, Prieto had never bunted on anything, even attempted to bunt on anything other than the first pitch. But yesterday he tried to on a 2-1 offering and fouled it off. So I suppose these things happen sometimes. Got to change the scheme. The 1-1 is bounced slowly to second. Navigato pounces on it, still behind the baseline, and sends it over to first easily. 4-3 putout, and quickly 2 gone. So now here's Toby Welk. .248 average and a .735 OPS in 31 games played. 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. Welk with a home run this series. He's hitting .389 this week. What a run. That's what's led to some of those frustrating losses for Bowie, such as the 4-3 loss 2 nights ago. First pitch to Welk, and he watches a curveball for a called strike on the inside corner. Because Bowie strands runners on base, gets these good performances, and then ends up losing by 1 run. Both losses this series have been by 1 run. Bowie has 27 one-run losses this year. We're scoreless here in the top of the second, as the 0-1 to Welk is a wave and a miss on an outside changeup. It's 0-2. But at the moment, Bowie doesn't look like they have much of an answer for Kirby. This will be his 18th pitch as he fires the 0-2 to Welk, and it's swung on and missed. 3-pitch strikeout ends the inning. Second of the day for Kirby. He's retired all 6 batters so far. Bottom of the second coming up. We're scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Bottom of the second inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. Still a scoreless game. Only one base runner combined between the two sides. Parker Meadows had a two-out double for Erie in the bottom of the first. As Brennan Hannafy gets back to work, hoping for a slightly faster inning. Needed 19 pitches in that first. Meadows doubled on a 3-1 count. That really burned Hannafy for a few more pitches. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup, starting with Dane Myers. After him, Dylan Dingler, Daniel Cabrera to bat. 279 average and an 854 OPS for Myers, and the first pitch home to him is a fastball snapped up and in for a called strike. Myers leans back on a bended knee in a bit of surprise and frustration at that one, and I don't necessarily blame him. The 0-1 pitch, and it's too far inside. Fastball again runs it even at 1. 15 doubles and a triple for Myers, 24 home runs, 66 runs batted in. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed high, a fastball, it's 1-2. Myers picked up 2 steals last night to continue what's been a breakout season for power and speed. He became the first Seawolves player in franchise history. As the 1-2 pitch is fouled off right side, it stays. He's not the first player in franchise history. He's the first player in franchise history to record a 2020 season. That pitch cut off my sentence and made it sound something different. But he's the first in franchise history to get it done, which is honestly surprising. The 2-2 is fouled off a nick off of home plate and back to the catcher. It's 1-2 still. But this team has been around since 1993. Of course, they were a short season team for quite some time and became AA, I think in 99, if I'm remembering correctly. But they've been here for many, many years as the Tigers AA. Here's the 1-2 to Myers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball at 94 from Hannafy. That's a great punch-out pitch. Second strikeout of the day for Brennan. And there's one away here to start the second inning. If you're going to win an early battle, to win it against Dane Myers, especially with a strikeout, is a big key. Because on a quick run-through of this series, Myers has only struck out in his first plate appearance once this week. Here's Dylan Dingler. First pitch is called a strike. Well, Hannafy is starting with that low and in fastball, and it's worked on back-to-back batters now. Dingler hitting .240 this year with a .758 OPS in 106 games. The 0-1 pitch, and Dingler fouls off another fastball to the right side. It's 0-2. 22 doubles and 3 triples, 14 home runs, 58 runs batted in. Oh, no, Dingler got nicked by it. Pitch inside hit him, and Dingler will take first base. Oh, no, it was catcher's interference. That's my mistake. So Andres Angulo got his glove in the way. I was thinking to myself, how could he have gotten hit? He swung at the ball. But, of course, it was catcher's interference. So Dingler reaches as Angulo commits his first error of the season. And now here's Daniel Cabrera.
Righty on lefty with runner now at first in a scoreless game. First pitch home, and Cabrera bounces it to first on an inside curveball to start. Good opening pitch there from Hannafy. Foul ball, and it's 0-1. 204 average for Cabrera, 596 OPS in 86 games, 12 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers, 28 runs batted in. Bottom of the second here at UPMC Park. Erie with their second base runner. As Hannafy deals the next, and it's fouled off again. Still too far ahead of the curveball. Cabrera might see a high fastball now after working well too far ahead on both of those pitches. Big chance for some easy sequencing toward a 3-pitch strikeout here for Hannafy. Just all depends on how he locates the fastball. Dingler not a stolen base threat. He's only attempted 1 all year. And Hannafy steps off the back of the rubber for less than a second and refoots just to reset the pitch clock here. He sets at the chin. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside. And Angulo thought about a back pick to first base, but it was called for a ball, and I think the umpire might have actually gotten in the way a little bit. Because when Angulo charged the throw, he just instantly stopped. Andrew Dashbach might not have been properly set to receive a throw at first. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. Swinging another foul. Curveball well outside, and Cabrera really just had to throw his bat out there to get a piece on it, the bottom half of the zone. But this is one of those critical plate appearances. Erie has won some of these long at-bats over the last couple of days. Bowie needs one to go back into their favor. Another 1-2 pitch. Fastball too far inside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there have been many PAs this year in which Bowie pitchers have started ahead 0-2. Run a count to full 7-8 pitches and walk a batter. That's the one of the worst possible outcomes. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Kept him with the off-speed low. Third strikeout for Brennan Hannafy. He does win that lengthy battle. Second out of the inning, and Trey Cruz will bat now. So here's the switch hitter Cruz batting lefty, 4 for 15 in his first 5 games at Double-A. First pitch home, and Cruz swings through a fastball. 0-1 to start on that pitch away. Cruz with a 656 OPS. Does not have an extra base hit yet, does not have an RBI, but he does have 3 walks against 4 strikeouts. That's a good start. He holds that bat high. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed again. Change up outside, and it's 0-2. Yeah, I'd say the bat is at an angle back toward the shoulder, but the knob of the bat is practically above his forehead. That is a high stance for Cruz. Runner at first, 2 away. The 0-2 pitch is down and inside slider, and it's a ball and 2 strikes from Hannafy. Scoreless game in the second, and 1-2 pitch is bounced foul to first base. Plenty of inside foul balls to these left-handers, which I suppose is a good start for Hannafy because he has run into his trouble with lefties this season. They hit him at a 245 clip, so for Erie to come in with 5 left-handers total, 2 switch hitters, could make it difficult. The 1-2 pitch, fastball up and away, Cruz lays off, and it's 2-2. But this is another lengthy inning for Hannafy. He needed 19 pitches in the first. This next pitch will be his 19th here in the second. Another 2-2. Popped up foul. Third base side. He'll get out of play as Cruz sticks around for another one. So Myers went down fast enough, I suppose. 6 pitches for the strikeout. He fouled off a couple. But for Dingler to reach on that catcher's interference, that burns. 6 pitches to Cabrera. And this next will be the 7th to Cruz. This is what Bowie batters normally do to opposing pitchers. The 2-2. Line drive, floated out toward left field. Now shallowing out. Toby Welk runs down and stops. He makes the catch, and the inning is over.
Batter reaches on a catcher's interference and is left stranded at first as we move to the third. We're scoreless here in Erie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Well, the last homestand of the regular season kicks off on Tuesday at Prince George's Stadium. That's the 6th. Features one final fireworks night on September 10th. And, of course, the Fan Appreciation Day on the final regular season home game, September 11th. There's a T-shirt giveaway coming up for the first 500 fans ages 13 and up on that Sunday the 11th. So get your tickets at Baysox.com. As we move to the third here at UPMC Park in Erie, a scoreless game. Maverick Hanley will lead off. Bowie does not have a base runner yet. First pitch, and Hanley holds back. A check swing on an up-and-in fastball. They asked for an appeal, and he was granted the ball. That was a pretty clear one. It's 1-0 to start. Chance Kirby back to work. That was only the 19th pitch he had thrown. In comparison, Brendan Hanafy needed 40 pitches for 2 scoreless innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Hanley swings through a breaking ball down and in. It's 1-1. First game back for Hanley since a stint on the injured list that began in the Altoona series after taking a foul ball off of his mask behind home plate. He's hitting .234 this season with a .768 OPS in 69 games. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Hanley watches high breaking ball for a called strike. You're kidding me on that one. That was well above the letters. But it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Normally I wouldn't say that for too many, but Hanley is, of course, one of the shorter players on the team, standing only at 5'9". His zone is much smaller because of it. Here's the 1-2, and it bounces in. Runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. $11 doubles and a triple for Hanley this season, 10 home runs, 42 runs batted in. As Kirby sets, the 2-2. And Hanley pokes it the other way. Slow roller for an easy grab by Navigato at second base. He gets to first in time. They had a wide gap on the right side of the infield, but Hanley hit it too far into the dirt that it really took a lot of its momentum away. First 7 batters have all been sat down by Chance Kirby now. Here's Andres Angulo. .292 average and a .653 OPS in just 6 games with Bowie. 653 OPS with a double, no triples, no homers, 3 runs batted in. First pitch here, and he holds off. High fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Scoreless game here in the top of the third. Bowie has had a tough time facing off against these Erie starting pitchers this week, the 1-0. And Angulo cracks his bat on a slow bouncer to third. He was very low out of the box. Trey Cruz fields it and throws to first in time. Angulo did not think that would have been a fair ball. He waited about a beat and a half before leaving the box, and that might have been burned him. So 2 away, 8 in a row from Kirby to start, and now Andrew Dashbach. Yesterday, Bowie didn't have much of anything against Wilmer Flores. He only gave up 1 hit over 5 scoreless innings to start, struck out 7. Bowie finally got 2 base runners in the 6th on a pair of errors and a hit by pitch. And that ultimately served Flores the loss as the Erie offense was quiet. First pitch to Dashbach and a half swing. Did he make contact on that? I think he might have. It's 0-1 as it hits off the catcher. Dashbach, a 192 average and a 6.67 OPS in 90 games. 2 days ago, Ty Madden had a quality start. 6 innings, 1 run, a career-high 10 strikeouts. And another quality start before that from Reese Olson. The 0-1, swing and a miss. High fastball at 94. It's 0-2. Olson struck out 9 on Thursday, allowing just 2 runs. He did give up a first-inning home run to Connor Norby, but we lost that one 3-2. Bases empty, 2 away. The 0-2 to Dashbach. Bounces in. Can't get him to chase, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Scoreless game here in the top of the 3rd. Again, the way that these 2 starters have been going, Brennan Hanafy is more or less fighting for his life just in terms of comparison of pitch counts. And if he can get to the 5th, it might be good luck. The 1-2 pitch just misses outside, I suppose. That's another pitch call that is going to draw some raised eyebrows and some vocal opinions. But it runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Dashbach. Kirby sends the next, and Dashbach watches called strike 3. And he doesn't agree with that one either. On the upper inside corner, and Kirby has retired all 9 batters faced. Perfect through 3. 3 strikeouts. Bottom of the 3rd coming up in a scoreless game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 3rd here in Erie, still a scoreless game, but the 2 starting pitchers are having much different starts as Brennan Hanafy has labored through 2 innings on 40 pitches. He has only allowed 2 base runners, but has struck out 3 and given up a couple of flyouts. Meanwhile, Chance Kirby has only used 30 pitches in 3 perfect innings. As Hanafy starts his 3rd inning, first pitch home to Bryant Packard misses up and away for a ball. It's 1-0 to start. That's only the 3rd first pitch ball for Hanafy against the first 9 batters he's faced. The 1-0 pitch makes up for it with a fastball called for strike on the lower inside corner. 1-1. 161 average for Packard with a 525 OPS in 9 games. 1 double, no triples. He had his first AA home run last night. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he rips it foul up the first base line. Run it to a ball and 2 strikes. Nearly took out the knees of his first base coach there. Packard has 3 runs batted in, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks here in his young AA career. Where did that ball end up? It looked like it had bounced into the stands, and then a fan dropped it, and it came back into the field of play. The umpire had to go retrieve it, so very brief delay. as the lefty digs back in. Hanafy sends the next. Line drive over to third, snagged out of the air by Kobe Mayo. The reaction time, perfect in the hot corner, and Mayo steals an extra base hit away from Brian Packard. That's a star-worthy play. And I say it just about every time that this Baysox infield makes a spectacular grab in some fashion or another. A lot of that has to do with fundamentals coach Tim DeJohn. The constant work that he puts in with the Bowie infielders this season is something that I've never seen. And there's good reason why it's worked out. Here's Andrew Navigado, leadoff man, flew out to left field his first time up. He watches a first pitch up and in for ball. 1-0 to start. Here's the next. Up and in again. That one brushes Navigado off the plate. And to straighten up the shoulders and back up slightly, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the next. Breaking ball fouled off. Bounces into the seats, and the count goes to 2-1. Still not too windy of a day here at UPMC Park in Erie. We're very fortunate. While the weather in this area can be unpredictable, it's gone in our favor. The 2-1 is bounced to third again. Mayo was shaded perfectly on it for a couple of hops. He gloves and charges a bullet to first. 5-3 put out, and Navigado is retired for the second time today. 2 up, 2 down, and now Gage Workman to bat. Yeah, around this time yesterday, we were looking around a 70% chance of rain starting around 10 o'clock. But the percentage has dwindled, got pushed back further and further. And as the cells of rain that moved through Ohio got to Lake Erie, they just broke up. First pitch to Gage Workman is swung on and missed low. It's 0-1. Workman struck out looking on a full count pitch back in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 from Hanafy. Fouled off, a piece, bounces into the Baysox dugout, and it's 0-2. Well, that's one of the problems with this location, is that the weather can be so unpredictable that it almost causes undue stress. The 0-2 to Workman. Fastball, misses down and away. You've seen pitches there called for strike before. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Still a scoreless game. Only 1 hit in the game, and it's Erie's. Parker Meadows had a double in the first. The 1-2 pitch here. Breaking ball well outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Bowie just needs a base runner in some capacity. Chance Kirby has retired all 9 batters on just 30 pitches. The 2-2 here to Workman. Popped up. Foul ground, third base side. Mayo looking for it, navigating position with the warning track, and it's going to get out of play. At the very least, Hanafy has been holding his ground steady when it comes to some of these big 2-strike counts. As he fires another 2-2, and it's lifted out toward left. Welk running toward foul ground. He stops on the warning track and reaches over the line just in time to make the catch. Fly out to left in foul territory. Ends a perfect third inning for Brendan Hanafy. We're on to the fourth, still scoreless in Erie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Hey fans, cares around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Already on to the fourth inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. A scoreless game. Bowie is still waiting for their first base runner. Chance Kirby has retired the side on 30 pitches. One trip through the order as Daryl Hernandez leads off. First pitch into the right-hander, and he watches curveball call for strike in the lower inside corner. Oh, goodness. Hernandez flew out to right field in foul territory his first time up. That was on the very first pitch of the game. As Kirby winds and deals the next. Here it comes. Breaking ball called for strike. A little high. And it's 0-2. Well, both sides are showing clear frustration with the strike zone. And that's really all you need to know about the way that it's being called. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Hernandez rips a bullet out towards short, picked on some skips by Gage Workman, and he fires it to first in time. Good shuffle to his left by Workman. 10 in a row retired by Chance Kirby. And now here's Hudson Haskin. He grounded out to the shortstop himself back in the first inning on an 0-2 pitch. Bowie's got a nice long trip home after this. They're home for one final week against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Could be a preview, potentially, of the first round of the Eastern League playoffs. And then after that, they hit the road for the end of the regular season. First pitch to Haskin is called a strike inside. Fastball, and it's 0-1 to start. Bowie will play 6 in Akron to end the regular season. And then after that, should the Baysox make the playoffs, they'll head home to Prince George's Stadium for the first game of a 3-game series. The 0-1 pitch. Haskin watches slider miss down and away, and it's a ball and a strike now. Well, this is a dually important game, not just for Bowie to, of course, try and stay in sole possession of first place. If they win today, they would take a 2-game lead over Erie. If they lose, Erie would move back into a tie for first. But it's also potentially tie-breaking. The 1-1 is bounced to third, backhanded deep in the hole by Trey Cruz. He gathers, finds the ball, and throws it to first in time. Another good play as Bowie is having a tough time getting it out of the infield this afternoon. 11 in a row retired by Chance Kirby. The only ball that has left the infield was Daryl Hernandez's first pitch flyout back in the first inning. Flew out to right field in foul territory, and since then, Bowie has grounded out and struck out, nothing else. Here's Zach Watson. He grounded out to short back in the first. First pitch here, and Watson squares, tries to break it up, but can't get it. Finds its way into the middle of the catcher, and it's 0-1 to start. So if Bowie wins this game, the first tiebreaker in any potential playoff seeding is the head-to-head record within that half. The 0-1 pitch here, and Watson swings and misses. Slider down and away, it's 0-2. And if Erie wins this game, the head-to-head record would be 3-3, so that tiebreaker would be moot. If Bowie wins this game, the head-to-head record will be 4-2, and Bowie would win that first tiebreaker, and you wouldn't have to worry about the second tiebreaker. The second tiebreaker is a bit confusing. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Watson goes down on 3 pitches as Kirby strikes out his 4th. He's perfect through 4. Bottom of the 4th coming up at UPMC Park. Scoreless in Erie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at UPMC Park as the Baysox. They're just glad that this game is scoreless still. They've not collected a base runner over 4 innings. Brennan Hanafy has only allowed 1 hit over 3 innings of work. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the Erie lineup. First pitch to Parker Meadows, misses outside. Breaking ball opens the count up at 1-0. Meadows has the only hit of today's game. He doubled with 2 outs in the first inning and was left at second base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a pop foul gets behind home plate and out of play. It's 1-1. Erie has a different base runner as well. Dylan Dingler reached on catcher's interference in the second, but that has been it. As the 1-1 pitch misses down under the knees, and it's 2 balls and a strike. After Meadows, Quincy Naporti and Dane Myers will bat. This is the tough trip through the lineup, the tough part of the order for Hanafy. If he can work through it cleanly, he might not need to see them again. The 2-1 pitch just misses outside, and it's 3-1. We've seen pitches around there called for strikes against right-handers. But with the plenty of lefties that Hanafy has to deal with, I suppose it's a bit different. Now the 3-1. Fastball line right to second and snared by Cesar Prieto. Well-timed and well-read. That is the second line drive out by the Bowie infield. Gobi Mayo pulled down a screamer by Bryant Packard in the third, and Prieto was able to shuffle only about a step and a half to his left before hopping up to take that one away from Meadows. The defense is also what's been keeping Hanafy in this game for Bowie. After he needed 19 pitches in the first and 21 pitches in the second, Bowie made good defensive plays in each of the first 3 innings. Here's the first pitch to Naporti, and it's grounded to second. Scooped low by Cesar Prieto. He stumbled a bit while recovering, but was able to get it to first base in time for 3 putout. And there's already 2 gone as Naporti is 0 for 2. Now Dane Myers. Myers struck out swinging on a 1-2 pitch back in the second inning. Hanafy really had his fastball working against Myers after opening with a couple of curveballs. See if he can get it again. Myers squares. First pitch misses inside. Didn't even really look like he was working down to put that pitch down. He just stayed upright and just held the bat out front. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Myers swings away, gets a nick into the middle of the catcher. Fastball runs the count even to a ball and a strike. Again, scoreless game here in the bottom of the fourth. Only 2 total base runners, and both of them are from Erie. A double and a catcher's interference. The 1-1 pitch. Myers, Baltimore chops it over toward third. Mayo, sidearm glove, fumbles the transfer and throws it away. It gets into the stands, and that's an error to allow Myers to second base. Mayo did not make a clean transfer. He didn't fully have it in his hand and rushed the throw. It went in low while Andrew Dashbach tried to stretch out for it. I imagine that'll be a single and an error for Myers, extending his hit streak to 14 consecutive games. That's the longest for Erie this season from any player, and among the top 5 longest in the Eastern League this season. No, they're ruling that just a straight-on error to allow Myers to reach. So an E5 on Mayo. Now here's Dylan Dingler. First pitch to him misses down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. So that is the 4th error for Mayo in 13 games. at E5 gives Myers 2 bases. Representing the first run of the game at second base with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch to Dingler, and he hammers it out toward deep right center field. Watson had a tough read on it at first, but after dancing, he finds it and almost goes down to a knee, making the catch in right center. Fortunately, a fast out to recover after the error, and Hannafy is through 4 scoreless. We're on to the 5th here at UPMC Park. It's been a tight one, but Bowie needs to get into the game. They need a base runner. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah, the freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Well, Brennan Hannafy has scrapped his way along for 4 scoreless innings, and the Bowie Baysox offense really needs to pay him back for that effort. As we move to the 5th inning here at UPMC Park, a scoreless game, Bowie is still hunting for their first base runner. Chance Kirby has a perfect game through 4. He's only needed 39 pitches. He's struck out 4 batters, only allowed 1 ball to leave the infield, a Darryl Hernaiz flyout on the first pitch of the game. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 to bat with Kobe Mayo leading off. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. First pitch home, and Mayo watches inside fastball called for strike. It's 0-1 to start. Infield shift on with the first baseman playing a little bit close to the baseline. Really still the only one manning the right side of the infield. Mayo goes the opposite way less than a quarter of the time. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Mayo watches breaking ball miss down and in. It's a ball and a strike now. The 5th inning for Kirby has been one of his worst innings just in terms of runs scored against him, a 3.72 ERA in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch, and Mayo rounds one over toward third. Diving grab by Trey Cruz, uprights to a knee, fires to first, but it's missed. Quincy Naporti was reaching out, and the ball bounces in. We'll see whether they rule that a base hit or an error, but the bid for a perfect game is over. Let's see if there's some official score bias on this one. They rule it a hit. So the bid for a no-hitter is over as well. Mayo extends his hitting streak to a season's high 5 consecutive games on a hard-hit single to third base. And Bowie gets the leadoff batter aboard here in this scoreless game. First time all evening that either team has gotten the leadoff batter aboard. And now here's Cesar Prieto. No, they've taken the hit away. They put it on the scoreboard and they took it away. First pitch to Prieto is bounced to second, should be a double play. Navigado scoops to Workman, fires to Naporti, it's in time. They can't put that hit on the board and then take it away. My goodness. As Prieto instantly hits into the double play, eliminating that leadoff base runner anyway, and there's 2 away as Kirby continues to work efficiently. 4-6-3 twin killing. That's already the 9th time that Prieto has hit into a double play this season. His ground ball rate definitely hurts Bowie. They've not put in a decision. They finally rule it just a straight-on throwing error for Trey Cruz. That's his 3rd error in 5 games here in Double-A. So now here's Toby Welk. First pitch to him misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Well, I'm not a big fan of them putting the hit on the scoreboard and then retroactively changing their mind. Make the decision and stick with it. Don't change your mind that quickly.
As the next pitch to Welk is called a strike on the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. And look, if you want to review it and change it later, after the game, that's fine. But to call it a hit and then instantly change it in a span of less than a minute, that's not okay. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Welk watches slider miss down and away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Welk struck out swinging back in the second inning. Kirby is still working very efficiently. Only needed those 3 pitches for those 2 outs, thanks to the double play. 2-1 pitch to Welk, and he swings and misses. Breaking ball down and away, and it's 2-2. Kirby has not been a big strikeout arm, per se, this season. Only 96 strikeouts in 110 and 2/3 innings. But he's been starting to ramp it up lately at a career-high 10 about a month ago. Next pitch is swung on and missed outside. So after a questionable scoring change, someone that can't make up their mind takes away Bowie's first base hit. And they're still without a hit over the first 5 innings. Kirby has faced the minimum. Bottom of the 5th coming up. We're scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. Still a scoreless game as the Baysox and the Seawolves are vying to see who's going to crack through first. But we got their first base runner, but had him immediately eliminated on a double play in the 5th inning. A questionable decision as the Baysox make a pitching change. Left-hander Easton Lucas will come out. And the first pitch to him is lifted out toward left field as Lucas delivers it to Daniel Cabrera. Toby Welk runs down. Daryl Hernaiz runs out, and the shortstop, crossing over into foul territory, makes the catch. So a pop out to the shortstop in foul territory. Cabrera instantly gone, and Lucas starts out strong. Brennan Hanafy is done. A short start for him, but a scoreless one. He had to labor through 65 pitches, so it's very understandable. 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs for Hanafy, 3 strikeouts, no walks. First pitch here to Trey Cruz is a fastball called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Easton Lucas, a 6'4", 180-pound left-hander, traded over from Miami. Here's a line drive to second and over the leap of Cesar Prieto. Bowie had 2 great plays from the infielders earlier in this game. You had to imagine that some of these well-struck balls would finally find their way into the outfield, and Cruz delivers it. And a 1-out single for Cruz gives him a 3-game hitting streak. As Brian Packard bats now. Oh for 1 with a line out to third, back in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0 to start. Here's the next, and Packard pops it up. Foul ground left side. It'll get out of play. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. So Cruz at first base. He does have a stolen base already. His only attempt came back on Tuesday. As we're scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It was only the second hit of the game for Erie. 1-1 pitch, and Packard swings and misses on a hard curveball, well too far ahead of it. Easton Lucas on the season, 28 games, a 2-0 record, a 4.22 ERA, 49 innings with 59 strikeouts and 25 walks. He's allowed 5 home runs, and he's coming off of a scoreless inning earlier in this series, but a game with a little bit of scariness. The 1-2 is popped foul out of play left side, and the count stays. Lucas came in back on, when did he come in? Was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, he came in the 4-3 loss and loaded the bases in the 7th inning. But he was able to escape it thanks to a strikeout and a flyout. The 1-2 pitch, and Packard watches it bounce in. Kept in front by the catcher. Nearly hit off of Packard's foot, but he got out of the way, so he didn't interfere. And the count goes even at 2. Now the 2-2. Packard lifts a curveball out toward left field. Foul ground. Mayo running, camping near the warning track, but it looks like he's out of room. Gets out of play as the count stays. Now, there were a couple of plate appearances that Brennan Hanafy had in the, I'd say in the 2nd, and then again in the 4th inning, there were a couple, where he'd run the count even at 2, get a handful of foul balls hit off of him, but still come ahead with the out. That's been a big issue, a big hump for the Baysox pitchers to climb. Let's see if Lucas can kind of follow suit from what Hanafy had laid down. Runner at first, 1 away, still scoreless in the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside, and it runs full. Let's see if Cruz takes off, even with a lefty on the mound. Stays put, payoff pitch. Curveball bounced deep in the hole to the right side. Scooped on a slide by Cesar Prieto from his keister. He throws to first, and it's late. Prieto had a late jump on it. Packard singles. Cruz to second base. Still only 1 out here in the 5th. Well, Andrew Dashbach was probably a little late to get there as well, as he was still concerned with that runner at first, holding him on briefly. Didn't want to collide with the runner while trying to go for the ball. So now it goes back to the top of the lineup for Andrew Navigado. First pitch to the right-hander is a curveball called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Navigado has not had much success against lefties this season. As Lucas fires the 0-1 and Navigado swings and misses on a curveball outside, it's 0-2. Lucas allowed a run in both of his appearances against Altoona last week, and those were the only runs he had allowed since the start of the 2nd half, a span of nearly 2 months. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball down and in, skims, and it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Navigado flew out to left field on a bloop back in the 1st inning. Toby Welk had to slide for it after calling off the shortstop. He grounded out to third, back in the 3rd. That would be helpful here. Navigado has hit into 8 double plays this season. Kobe Mayo is playing close to the line and deep in the hole. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses inside. I'm not sure by how much. We've seen pitches there called for strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now, as Lucas sets out of the stretch, first base side of the rubber. And Navigado calls for a quick time, so Lucas will reset himself. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball high,
Back-to-back full counts from Lucas. Well, Brennan Hannafy only ran one count full over his 4 innings. Gage Workman struck out looking in the first on it. But Lucas is giving Erie some chances here. The payoff. Lifted foul right side. Went with a fastball up and away, and the count stays full. Lucas on the season has 59 strikeouts as mentioned. A strong strikeout to walk ratio against right-handers. He needs one right now with first and second and only 1 out. The payoff pitch. Fastball popped up. Out towards center field. Left center more specific. Watson runs down. It's well too shallow for any runners to move. Watson makes the catch and there's 2 away. Got him with a very high fastball near the shoulders, and that played perfectly as Lucas has a chance now, but against switch hitter Gage Workman. Now Workman, he's even worse against lefties than Navigado is. When Workman bats as a right-hander, he's only hitting 178, and he strikes out over half the time. When he came up against Jake Prezina yesterday, he flew out. First pitch here, and he floats one out towards center field. Watson initially ran to his right, now has to run in, and it falls in. This will score a run as the throw comes home, and it's late, and it's bounced up the line. It's not being backed up. Here comes the second run. RBI single and an error for a second run. Bowie trails 2-0. Watson had a bad read on it in center field. He started out to his right. The ball was dying in the air. He tried to run in. He was well too far away from it. And now Bowie trails by 2. Workman's the second. He just gets 1 RBI out of that. But it's his 67th of the year. We'll have to see who the error is on. And now it's a mound visit from Josh Conway as Lucas has faced 5 batters and given up base hits to 3 of them. Already the second error of the game for Bowie. You could rule it the third, considering Dylan Dingler reaching on that catcher's interference by Andres Angulo. Well, it was bound for the pendulum to swing the other way a little bit as Erie had committed 5 errors. 5 errors, that's in half. 10 errors over the first 5 games of this series. They've already committed 1 this game. Bowie was bound to commit a devastating one here or there, and that's what happened here. At this point, we're just seeing who the error was actually on. I imagine it's going to be on Angulo. And now here's Parker Meadows. But again, Gage Workman, who bats 178 and strikes out over half the time against left-handed pitchers, brings home 2 runs with an RBI single. First pitch to Parker Meadows, misses high, and it's 1-0 to start. So now Bowie has to come from behind again after the 5th. They've been using so much of their luck lately to pick up these critical wins with late-inning comebacks, something that they just simply could not do over the first 100-plus games of the season. Here's the 1-0. Meadows watches down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So we'll just have to see if Bowie has it in them again. It's just a tale that's been told so many times. You have to temper your expectations and go with what you know. And with what Bowie has known this year is that, well, they don't necessarily come back too often. The 2-0 is called a strike on a curveball outside. It's 2-1. So they rule it an error on Zach Watson in center. That's his first error in 30 games this year as the center fielder. Here's the 2-1. Line drive, floated foul to the left side, and it's 2-2. And all the while, since Chance Kirby has only thrown 48 pitches through 5 no-hit innings, something needs to drastically change immediately for Bowie, or they will not have a shot to win this game. Here's the 2-2. Floated out towards second. Pareto backs up. It's over his head. Here comes another run. RBI single for Meadows. 3-0 Erie. Lucas has allowed 4 hits. Against just 6 batters. Now here's Naporti. And Lucas is done. Here comes Kyle Moore. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, the day is getting tougher for Bowie as they came into this one scoreless with only 1 hit allowed. Brendan Hannafy probably could have tried for the 5th, but after 65 pitches in the Baysox offense not able to back him up in any way, Bowie wanted to go with what they had the best chance at. And on paper, that would have been Easton Lucas. Left-hander has been one of the best relievers in the bullpen this half, but that was not the case today, as Lucas faces 6 batters and gives up 4 hits. Inning started with Bowie and Erie scoreless. Erie now has a 3-run lead. Lucas is not done, as runner at first still belongs to him, but he only fires 2/3 of an inning. Gives up 4 hits, and at the moment, 3 runs all earned. Could be 4. He didn't strike anyone out. He didn't walk anybody. Didn't give up any home runs. As Griffin McClarty takes over. Second appearance for him this series, as he was tagged for a few runs in that 15-5 win for Bowie. See if he can clean up the mess now as he has to deal with Quincy Naporti. Runner at first, still 2 away. Well, my gut feeling, at least the way that these last 3 weeks have gone for Bowie, you could say even the last month, if you include the Akron series, is that Bowie has had a tough time working with 2 outs this year, at least in terms of their pitching staff. And that gut feeling would be correct. As the first pitch to Naporti is swung on and missed high, it's 0-1. Because just as I pull up the numbers, Baysox pitchers have allowed the 2nd highest batting average from opponents with 2 outs this season. Naporti's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Here's a pickoff throw that doesn't elicit a tag. We'll wait on the 0-1 in Naporti. So McClarty takes over, 6'3", 185-pound right-hander, 8th round selection in 2019 from the College of Charleston. 24 appearances and a 2-3 record for him this season. As the 0-1 pitch to Naporti, misses well high a fastball, and it's a ball and a strike. So again, Bowie has a lot of ground to cover, but at the rate that their offense has been playing today, it's unlikely, to put it kindly, considering they've only sent the minimum to the plate and do not have a hit. The 1-1. Misses high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. But again, it could have been possible to send Hannafy out for this 5th inning. His innings were starting to get shorter after needing 19 pitches in the first and 21 in the second. The 2-1 pitch to Naporti bounces in, 3-1. Hannafy only needed 14 pitches in the third and 11 pitches in the fourth. And he had only allowed 1 base hit. So he could have tried for this inning. He might not have even had to have started a 3rd trip through the order. If he had a perfect frame, it wouldn't have gone back to the top of the lineup. Here's the 3-1. Runner goes, and it's ball. No, called a strike. Throw to second is late.
That home plate umpire waited so long to call it a strike. Naporti thought he had the walk still. At least Parker Meadows didn't hear it. It didn't let up. He picks up his 15th steal of the season. Andres Angulo is allowed 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts. Count runs full on Naporti. So runner now at second. Still 2 away. Payoff pitch. And Naporti swings and misses. Erie scores 3 runs with 2 outs before Bowie can finally close the inning. We go to the 6th, and the Baysox trail 3-0. They're currently being no hit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Only one fireworks show left in 2022. It's Saturday, September 10th, when the Richmond Flying Squirrels come to town. First pitch is at 6:35. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bowie needs to get something going as they're being no hit through 5 innings. Have not gotten a runner past first base. They've only sent the minimum to the plate, and they trail 3-0. Easton Lucas came in relief in the 5th and only collected 2 outs, gave up 4 hits and 3 runs with no strikeouts or walks. As Chance Kirby continues to deal, he's fired 5 innings on 48 pitches. He'll face 7, 8, and 9, starting with Maverick Handley, who grounded out to second base in the 3rd. First pitch, and Handley watches a called strike. Fastball in the upper inside corner, it's 0-1. Bowie does not have a ball hit out of the infield since the 1st inning, when Daryl Hernaiz flew out to left in foul territory. Here's the 0-1. This is down and away on Handley, and it's a ball and a strike. Bowie has had nothing against opposing starters in this series, and that's what's going to be so potentially dangerous for them if they want to go well into the postseason. The 1-1, Handley bounces it foul into the tarp on the 3rd base side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Because while Erie does have the best pitching staff and the best rotation, more so in the Eastern League, the team to beat in the Eastern League playoffs this year, Somerset, has the 2nd best pitching staff, and Bowie has had their trouble with Somerset this year. The 1-2 pitch to Handley, swing and a miss high for strike 3. 6th strikeout for Kirby. 16 in a row retired to start the day. Here's Andres Angulo. He grounded out to 3rd base back in the 3rd inning. First pitch home, and Angulo pops it foul to the right side. It's 0-1. But at the rate this game is gone, Bowie just needs to have their expectations set for a series split, which means that first tiebreaker in the event of a tie at the end of the first half would be non-existent. Head-to-head record would be at an even 3-3. 0-1 pitch, and Angulo waves and misses at a curveball in the dirt. It's 0-2. After that first tiebreaker, the second tiebreaker is the best overall record in the last 20 games played by both teams. So just the final 20 games of the season. The 0-2 to Angulo. This is up and in a fastball, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. We've got a light sprinkle coming down now. You see a couple of umbrellas popping out and some hoodies being tossed on. But we're not literally looking at any heavy showers today, just something that's going to be frustrating for everyone to deal with. The 1-2 pitch. And Angulo watches slider miss down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So whichever two teams may end up tied at the end of the regular season, if that first tiebreaker is still tied, it goes to that last 20 games. So the last 20 games of the regular season, which goes back to Saturday when Bowie played Altoona. The 2-2 pitch misses above the letters, and Kirby is bent over, upset at that call. And I honestly don't blame him. Bowie is being no-hit right now. They've only sent the minimum to the plate, but to call a 2-2 pitch like that at the letters a ball, just call the zone right. It can't be that hard. The 3-2, and Angulo watches inside for ball 4. So Angulo absolutely benefits from a missed call. Maybe that could kick off something for Bowie. As Andrew Dashbach will bat here. Dashbach struck out looking back in the 3rd inning. And now with the rain coming down and Kirby finally showing his first signs of mortality, he's going to get a mound visit. Still not talking about tying runner, though, as Bowie trails 3-0. Quick cruise around the Eastern League. Altoona is having an easy time with Akron. They lead 5-1. It was 5-0 in the 7th inning, but now they're at the stretch 5-1. Reading leads Hartford 2-0. Harrisburg has a 3-2 edge over Richmond at the moment. Portland blanking New Hampshire 4-0 in the 6th. And then Binghamton is giving Somerset a taste of their own medicine with a 6:35 first pitch at Marabato Stadium. Somerset has been one of the few teams this season to only do 6 o'clock Sunday starts, so now they see what it's like on the road. That one will get going in about 3 hours. Meeting is very brief, as I imagine they'll try and work something in to get a double play out of Andrew Dashbach, but he's not been a big double play hitter this year. Ground ball to fly ball ratio of only 0.7, and he's only hit into 4 twin killings. Shift on for the righty, first pitch, and Dashbach knuckles it off of Angulo. That's the first base hit of the game. The no-hitter is over, but Angulo is ruled out. Dashbach will take his place at first. A line drive to hit the runner leading off of the bag. But the no-hitter is over. That is ruled as a 3 unassisted. What a way to lose a no-hitter. Dashbach extends his hit streak to 6 consecutive games. And now with 2 outs here in the 6th, Daryl Hernaiz will bat. At least Bowie's got 1 out of the way. 1 of the 2 hills to climb. Now they need to worry about scoring. That's so unfortunate, as Angulo probably could have gone to third base. First pitch to Hernaiz, and he hits a high chopper deep in the hole to short. Backhanded at the chin by Workman, fires to first, and it's in time. Hernaiz was just late. Bowie breaks up the no-hitter, but it's still another efficient inning for Chance Kirby. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Baysox trail 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Bottom of the sixth here in Erie as the Baysox trail 3-0. It's not been the prettiest day for Bowie with 3 errors committed. They were being no-hit into the sixth as Dane Myers bats. First pitch home from Griffin McClarty is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1 to start. McClarty, in his first full inning of relief, came on with a runner at first in the fifth, and 2 away. He struck out the only batter he needed to face. Next pitch misses up and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. After Myers, Dylan Dingler and Daniel Cabrera will bat as Bowie. He just needs some good pitching to finish this one out and give their offense even the slightest bit of a chance, even though the offense hasn't been doing much. 2-0 pitch misses inside to Myers, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Myers is 0 for 2, reached on an error in the 4th inning. 3-0, called a strike. High fastball, and it's 3-1. Again, McClarty came in the 15-5 win, so while he did give up a handful of runs, it didn't affect the overall outcome. He gave up a run on a sacrifice fly and a 2 RBI double to Dane Myers. The 3-1 to him here is a line drive to left. Myers has another extra base hit against McClarty specifically as it rolls to the wall. Into second base standing. Myers' hit streak extends to 14 consecutive games with his 16th double. Well, as I said, Bowie needs good pitching right now. At the rate that Erie is smacking the ball, I'm not sure that it's going to be too possible, especially in conjunction with the way that the offense has been playing. Here's Dylan Dingler, also 0 for 2. First pitch home. And he watches fastball right down Broadway for called strike. It's 0-1. Dingler reached on a catcher's interference back in the 2nd inning. He flew out to center field back in the 4th. Runner at second, no one out here in the bottom of the 6th as Bowie already trails 3-0. The 0-1 pitch. Misses in, splits the wickets, gets by, and Gula didn't realize it. Runner advances. That'll probably be a passed ball. And then Gula just stood there for about a 1.5 seconds while the ball rolled away. So now a ball and a strike on Dingler. With a runner at third, the infield will play in. Looking for a ground ball to maybe throw home with. 1-1. Dingler pulls back on a low and in breaking ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike, rather. Wow, they ruled that a wild pitch. I don't think that was correct, but what do I know? Here's the 2-1. Late swing and a piece into the mid of the catcher on a changeup. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie trails 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with Erie threatening to add on one more for insurance purposes. Wynn pushing in from right field, however. Rarely see that at this ballpark. 2-2. Dingler gets brushed off, up and in fastball, and it runs full. Here's the payoff. Rope to third, picked up by Mayo, and they've got the runner in a rundown. feigns the throw and tags Myers just before he slides home. Myers tried to hold up as Mayo feigned the throw, and it was basically a foot race to the plate. Myers tried to outspeed Mayo, but after that one little feint and Myers held up on the run, Mayo was able to apply the tag just before Myers hit into the slide. That is a critical infield play by Kobe Mayo. He's been putting together some excellent work in the corner this afternoon. A 5 unassisted as Dingler reaches on the choice for the first out of the inning. Now Daniel Cabrera will bat in a much different situation. Runner at first and 1 away. First pitch. And Cabrera watches fastball up and in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Cabrera is 0 for 2. He popped out to short in foul territory back in the 5th inning. He struck out swinging on a 2-2 pitch in the 2nd. Bowie trails 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Line drive out to left field, and it'll fall. Picked on one hop. As Toby Welk brings it back to the infield. Dingler to second. All 3 batters have put the ball into play against McClarty with 2 base hits. And now here's Trey Cruz. Switch hitter, singled back in the 5th inning and scored the first run of the game after Easton Lucas was in a decent position to get out of the jam with a flyout against Andrew Navigado. He gave up back-to-back base hits with 2 outs. His 3 runs came home, and he's not had a chance since. First pitch into the switch hitter, and Cruz watches a called strike. Fastball maybe a bit out, but it's 0-1 to start. Well, the question for the rest of the day now is going to be, what's the limit on Chance Kirby? 110 innings this season, but he's at just 60 pitches over 6 scoreless. The 0-1 pitch. Called a strike in the upper outside corner, and it's 0-2. First and second, 1 away. Cruz hasn't hit into a double play yet here in his young AA career, but he has been hitting it on the ground a little bit. And shortstop is playing close up the middle, the 0-2. Fastball up and away at 93 for McClarty, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. One-two pitch. Poked back up the middle. Hernaiz can have a chance for 2. Gloves himself to step on the bag and sends the Dashbuck in time. 6 unassisted, 3 double play to end the inning, and McClarty uses a little bit of defensive help to really escape the jam. That leadoff double tagged out trying to score. And as we move to the 7th, Bowie trails 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, fans, don't forget about the last fireworks night of the season on Saturday, September 10th. Get your tickets at Baysox.com for what should be a fun day at Prince George's Stadium. 7th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie as the Baysox trail 3-0. Chance Kirby back to work. 6 scoreless innings on just 60 pitches. First pitch to Hudson Haskin is ripped foul. Third base side. Really took out the shoulder of Kyle Moore in the coach's box. It's 0-1. 2, 3, and 4 in the Bowie lineup set to bat with Haskin. Then Zach Watson and Kobe Mayo. Andrew Dashbach had the first base hit for Erie in the top of the 6th inning. He hit a single off of a base runner. Andres Angulo was just in the path of the baseball. A line drive toward first. It would have gotten to right field, but Angulo was just in the way. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Haskin swings and misses on a high fastball. It's 0-2. 0-for-2 day for Haskin. He grounded out to short in the first and then to third in the fourth. Bowie has still not gotten a ball out of the infield since the first pitch of the game. Dashbox ball didn't even get out of the infield. It hit off of the base runner. It would have gotten out of the infield, but it physically did not. In theory, yeah. Here's the 0-2. Haskin watches high fastball. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The question, of course, is going to be just how long is Kirby given today? He's actually not gone past 6 innings at any point this year, so if he can collect an out, it's a season's high. Here's the 1-2. Haskin holds off on a high fastball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most pitches that Kirby has thrown in a start this year was 89. That was 6 scoreless innings against Altoona back in June. He threw 88 in his last start. That was against Harrisburg. 2-2. Haskin watches slider miss down and away, and it runs the count full here on this leadoff batter. Well, Bowie has not seen a full count all day until Andres Angulo drew that walk in the 6th inning. So to have them here in a span of 4 batters, hey, maybe cracks are finally starting to show. Might be too little too late, though. The 3-2, and Haskin ropes it to third, and it's past the glove of the third baseman into left field, a base hit. Now that's more like it. Throw goes back into the infield, and Haskin holds with a single. He's got hits in back-to-back games now for Bowie, and they can really talk about a base hit now after Dashbach. His would have been a base hit, but obviously it's just that quirk in the rules that made it to where, one of the runners was out. Now here's Zach Watson. 2nd inning today that the Baysox have gotten the leadoff batter on board after Kobe Mayo reached on an error in the 5th inning. But the very next pitch saw Mayo taken out on a double play. Zach Watson will try to avoid that here. He's 0-for-2. Grounded out to short in the first. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches in the 4th. First pitch here is bounced to short, but it's off the glove. Workman has the underhand to second, and that's all they can get. Workman has not been good this week at shortstop. He's already committed 4 errors. That was nearly a 5th, but he recovered to get the lead force of Haskin, 6-4. Watson replaces him at first base with 1 out here in the inning. Closed his glove too early, Workman. And just fell off the front. So now here's Kobe Mayo. 3-0 Bowie trails. At least they're finally starting to threaten some. First pitch, and Mayo watches up and away. Count starts out at 1-0, but I feel like threaten is almost being used generously at this point in the game, considering the Baysox have still not even been able to push a runner past first base. They nearly hit into another double play, the 1-0, and Mayo floats it out to center field for a base hit. Picked up by Parker Meadows as Watson moves to second base. Now the wheels are starting to turn slightly. Mayo extends his hit streak to a season's high 5 consecutive games, has them in 9 of his last 10. And as Chance Kirby is really starting to finally show signs of being an average pitcher. He's still the best pitcher in the Eastern League right now, but an average pitcher. Maybe Bowie can do something with it as Cesar Prieto will step up to bat. A very brief battery visit. It almost seems likely that Kirby will earn Pitcher of the Year honors for the Eastern League at the end of this season.
simply because the Seawolves have played things well, and the Tigers have as well, and not necessarily promoting him too early, even though Detroit has had plenty of problems in terms of their starting pitching depth this year. But they've kept Kirby around to try and stay strong, even though this well-working right-hander is 26 already. First pitch to Cesar Prieto is a fastball, misses inside, and it's 1-0 to start. Prieto bounced into a double play on the first pitch he saw in the 5th inning. That ruined Bowie's first base runner after the first 12 batters were retired. Now Kirby works out of the stretch, fires the 1-0, and it bounces in. Eats up some dirt on the other side of home plate, and it's 2-0. Well, speaking of League Pitcher of the Year, haven't talked about it on the broadcast much, but it was announced yesterday that Grayson Rodriguez, the 2021 AA Northeast Pitcher of the Year, is going to make a minor league rehab appearance for Bowie in 2 days, on Tuesday, against Richmond. The 2-0 pitch, and Prieto smashes it out to deep left center field. This one's tough as Myers runs back. He looks up at the wall, and this one is gone! Cesar Prieto, a game-tying 3-run home run, his 4th of the season. He says goodbye, Chance Kirby, and hello to a new ball game. It's 3-3. That one bounced just to the right of the climbing yellow line on the Erie Insurance Arena representing the left field wall. Prieto just smacked it where it constitutes a home run. If he was about 5 to 10 feet to his left, that would have been a wall-scraping double at best. Might have even been a single. But Prieto picks up his 4th AA home run, RBIs number 33, 34, and 35, and all of a sudden it's 3-3. And just like that, Chance Kirby is done. The 12th home run he'd allowed this season ruins what was nearly a spectacular day. He still finishes with a quality start, his longest appearance of the year at 6 1/3 innings, and he earns a well-deserved round of applause. But as Bowie has suddenly made this a new game, they'll face off against a new pitcher. We'll tell you about him in a little bit. 3-3, you're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
We continue on with the top of the 7th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie. A game that looked to be lifeless for the Bowie Baysox is suddenly jubilant with life as Cesar Prieto smacks his 4th AA home run and perhaps his biggest yet. A game-tying 3-run blast off of Chance Kirby to tie the game at 3 as Erie makes a pitching change to Brendan White out of the bullpen. Kirby's day is done, and it's a no decision for the right-hander, despite throwing 5 innings of no-hit ball before allowing his first single in the 6th inning. Kirby has a season's-high 6 1/3 innings on the books. He allowed 4 hits, and 3 runs all were earned. He struck out 6 and walked only 1 and allowed a home run. As Brendan White takes over, first pitch to Toby Welk, misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0 to start. Welk is 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts.
Base is empty, still only one out here in the 7th, so perhaps a second chance for Bowie as the next pitch is swung on and missed high. It's 1-1. Brendan White, though, taking over, a 5'11", 185-pound right-hander, 23 years old, from Mahopac, New York. 26th round selection in 2019. The 1-1, swung on and missed high. Fastball up and in at 94. It's 1-2. White on the season has 43 appearances, a 6-4 record, a 2.75 ERA. 59 innings, 64 strikeouts, 17 walks. He's allowed 2 home runs. The 1-2 is lifted in the air to right, not very deep, as Daniel Cabrera ranges down about 5 steps and makes the catch. There's 2 away. So now here's Maverick Handley. Also 0 for 2 with a strikeout back in the 6th inning. So the Baysox have taken Easton Lucas off of the hook. Lucas was the losing pitcher potentially after allowing all 3 of his runs in just 2/3 of an inning of relief. First pitch to Maverick Handley, misses up and in a fastball, and it's 1-0 to start. White is making his 2nd appearance of this series. He came in for a scoreless 8th and 9th. A very close save back on the 1st. The 1-0 pitch. Handley watches called strike. Inside fastball, and it's 1-1. But we did get a tying run to second base in that 8th inning, but Connor Norby was left stranded when Cesar Prieto bounced into a double play. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Handley swings and misses on a high fastball. It's not an overpowering heater from White, but it's got just enough movement, especially laterally, that it's missing bats constantly here. Here's the 1-2. Handley gets plunked in on the shoulder. He tried to peel out of the way of it. I think it might have gotten actually his hand. He still tried to turn from it, but the fastball just came too far inside, and now athletic trainer Blake Wooten will come out and take a quick look. Where was it specifically? Yeah, it was the left hand. So the grip test. I mean, Handley doesn't look too upset about it. It's not as if he started running around and wincing in the pain. It just hit him, and he just said, oh, okay, it hit me. Handley has been the weaker of the 2 magnets on the team. Hudson Haskin has the strongest attraction in the batter's box. He's been hit by 21 pitches. Handley, that was his 11th hit by pitch this year, but he's only played in 69 games, remember, and Haskin has played in 100. Now Andres Angulo to bat. First pitch. He swings and misses. Fastball at 93 outside. It's 0-1. Angulo walked in the 6th inning on a full count pitch from Chance Kirby, as we've got a 3-3 game here in the top of the 7th. Runner at first, 2 away. The next, and Angulo pulls back on an inside fastball at 94. It's a ball and a strike now. Next offering, bounce to second. Scoop between the legs by Navigado and sent to first in time. 4-3 putout ends the inning, but Bowie gets it done. A 3-run home run by Cesar Prieto to shock Chance Kirby and ruin his special day. We stretch here at UPMC Park. 3-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Well, things have gotten interesting here at UPMC Park. Under a light mist that's turning into a bit of a mild drizzle, a game that saw absolutely no offense from the Bowie Baysox over their first 6 innings, needed just one big swing of the bat to tie it up. 3-3 off of Cesar Prieto's 3-run home run, knocking starter Chance Kirby out of the game with a no decision. And the Baysox are making another pitching change. Griffin McClarty is done, and Tyler Birch comes out, third reliever of the day for Bowie. McClarty fired an inning and a third of scoreless ball. First pitch to Bryant Packard here as a fastball misses up and away. It's 1-0. McClarty did allow 2 hits, but again, no runs, thanks in part to some great defense, including a double play and a play at the plate. The 1-0 pitch to Packard is floated on a deep line to left field. Welk is running back, looking up at the wall, and it's off the base of the wall. Welk bobbles it, but it didn't really make much of a difference. Packard had an easy route into second base anyway. A leadoff double, the second for Brian Packard. Of all batters to start to run into trouble with, Brian Packard has been the most surprising, I suppose. But we really shouldn't be having too much trouble with him, as he's still only hitting around the 150 marks. But he had a home run yesterday, and that's his second hit today. To have a leadoff double here in the 7th inning is difficult enough as it is. It's the second consecutive inning that Erie has led off with a double. Back to the top of the lineup for Andrew Navigato, and the first pitch is knuckled, a floater out toward right field, and it falls in. Packard to third. Single for Navigato, extends his hit streak to 6 consecutive games. And they're at the corners with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Three pitches, and Tyler Birch has allowed 2 aboard to face off against the hardest part of the Erie lineup. It's Gage Workman bats now. Tyler Birch, a 6'2", 190-pound right-hander, traded over from Philadelphia back in 2021. On the season for Bowie, has 30 appearances. He's 0-5 with a 5.67 ERA. Switch hitter Workman bats lefty. First pitch to him is bounced to first but foul. How well struck that was. Probably would have been too difficult to go home with the ball had it been fair. But it's foul, and the count starts out at 0-1. Birch sets. Fires the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change up low. It's 0-2. 39 2/3 innings for Birch with 38 strikeouts and 15 walks. He's tied with Connor Lopridge for the most home runs allowed out of the bullpen with 10. And now the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Kept in front by Andres Angulo. It's a ball and 2 strikes now on that fastball. Birch is making his second appearance in this series, and he's been peppered with base hits in both appearances now. You go back to the 15-5 win. Birch gave up 3 hits in just 1 inning, including a home run, a solo blast to Gage Workman. The 1-2 pitch to Workman is swung on and belted foul left side, and the count stays. After he gave up that home run, Birch gave up 2 more singles and a walk. That loaded the bases with 2 outs, but he struck out Dane Myers to end the inning. Again, Bowie had plenty of cushion in that game. This one is much different, a 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 7th. First and third, still no one out. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Off speed, down and away, and Workman strikes out swinging. Good time for Birch to pick up his first after giving up the 2 hits to open. That's the 5th strikeout overall for Baysox pitching today. But now here's Parker Meadows, who's been perhaps the best hitter of the day. 2 base hits, a double, an RBI single in the 5th. First pitch to him here is a fastball, just misses wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Now Birch, dealing with runners in scoring position, has been kind of mid-range for Bowie this season. The 1-0 pitch, right down Broadway. Nice changeup. It's 1-1. 3-3 game. Again, a light mist, around a bit of a drizzle here. The rain is never really too heavy in this area, especially when you get just this low-hanging overcast sky. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. That slider was crossing home plate with dirt all around it, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Meadows. Well, Birch has made some excellent improvements with his slider here in the second half, and he's had some great outings with it since the start of August. The 1-2. Bounce over towards second. Could be a double play. Sidearm to second. Hernai scoops, spins, fires. Got him! No, it's late! The throw was late and the run scores. Erie takes the lead. Fielder's choice looked like it should have ended the inning, but the first base umpire ruled the runner safe. As Hernai had to field a high throw from Cesar Prieto, which ruined the chance. RBI single, or RBI fielder's choice, I should say, for Meadows, and Bowie has to come from behind again after fighting so hard just to get to this point. First pitch to Quincy Naporti is called a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Yeah, he was, I'm not sure. I think he was safe. Definitely let my bias get into it at the first sign. But it was close. So 0-1 on Naporti, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Next pitch. Late swing and a bouncer foul, third base side. Run it quickly to 0-2. So now Bowie only has 6 outs to manage. Of course, they do get to go up against the Erie bullpen again, which has had their trouble, but how long Brendan White deals is going to be the question. He's had multi-inning performances a lot this year, and Bowie hasn't had much against him. The 0-2 is fouled off. Just a piece and a high fastball at 94 from Birch, and the count stays at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Erie takes the lead after 2 singles to open the inning, an RBI fielder's choice on what was nearly an inning-ending double play. 8th inning coming up. Bowie trails 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Eighth inning here at UPMC Park as the Baysox need to get it done again after trailing 3-0 for quite some time, only getting one hit over their first 6 innings. They tied the game, but have instantly lost that tie. First pitch to Andrew Dashbach is called a strike in the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Brendan White continues to work as the 0-1 pitch is sliced foul to the right side, 0-2. Bowie should have gotten out of the 7th inning if they were able to turn the double play properly, but Cesar Prieto threw the ball to second base just a little bit too high, shaved that precious half second, and allowed the first base batter to reach. As the next pitch to Dashbach is up and in, and that fastball hit him, it did. Home plate umpire is calling it. Brendan White is saying that he didn't hit him. And now the catcher is arguing it a little bit too. But Dashbach is just headed up the line. And now first base coach Tim DeJohn is arguing with Dylan Dingler. They're not, I shouldn't say arguing. They're just kind of jawing about it, not too heated, but there's definitely some confusion on that. White has not been as accurate, and now here's Daryl Hernaiz talking with Dylan Dingler about it. Here comes Kyle Moore as the first base umpire is telling the Baysox dugout to be quiet, and someone from the Baysox dugout just got tossed. This umpiring crew has not the thickest skin. The third base umpire has no business being over on the first base side right now. Why is he over there? I'm not even sure who got ejected from the Baysox dugout. And now Kyle Moore is arguing with the crew chief and the third base umpire. Kyle Moore might get thrown here. I think he wants to fire up the team as Dashbach does reach safely to open the inning. But I'm still confused as to why the third base umpire is over on the first base side and throwing out players from the Baysox dugout. Still don't know who got tossed. Moore is still pleading his case, and he's still in this game. He's taking his hat off, animated and articulating with his hands. He has not said any magic words just yet to get tossed, but he is pointing that finger directly in the faces of the umpires with plenty of passion. And now he's turned around. He's coming back to try and keep Tim DeJohn away. And now here's Moore again getting in between. I think Moore wants to be the martyr more than he would like DeJohn to be. Now, this is not a fine argument, because honestly, I feel as if the umpires are saying they might have made a mistake here. They're trying to say that because I've heard this discussion in conversations with the coaching staff, that there are some umpire crews here that admit they make mistakes, but whoever it was in the Baysox dugout is still ejected. And the first base umpire is now angrily pointing at the Baysox dugout. The Baysox dugout looks very confused. And now Kyle Moore has thrown his hat down angrily onto the first base line, and he's been thrown. This is the most violently he has just seemed all season, trying to get this team fired up. My goodness, stomping around, pointing at all of the umpires for very good reason. And now he's giving it to the home plate umpire. And the fans are encouraging him because the fans are just as upset at the way that this series has been called. Moore kicks the hat. It goes flying over into foul territory. And now the third base umpire refuses to look him into the eye. Moore is still making sure they know that they've messed this series up constantly. The most important series of the season. And they have constantly made it about them. This has lasted a long time. And it has built up over the course of this 6-game series. Something was bound to let loose, and it finally did. When Erie got a batter hit by a pitch, I imagine part of the argument was that the umpiring crew didn't do enough to quiet down the Seawolves. The Baysox had their batter hit by a pitch. Erie was chirping up constantly about how they didn't believe that that was the correct call. The umpires didn't do anything about it, and then they warned Bowie for chirping back at Erie. So Moore's been ejected. We'll see, I imagine, with the tenacity that he put into that argument, the umpires are going to make him leave the field of play. At a ballpark like this, the only exit from the field of play to the clubhouses is in center field. So we're going to have to wait for Kyle Moore to gather his things and leave. He's going to have to jog out through the center field gate and watch the game from there. So now Moore will take the jog out. Honestly, if I were him, I'd walk. I'd take a slow walk. And who's been ejected? Now Maverick Handley is tossed. I'm not sure if Handley was the one that got ejected in the first place, but he came out of the dugout, and the crew chief just instantly tossed him. Again, I'm not sure if Handley was the one that was initially ejected from the game when the third base umpire, who again had no business being over on the first base side, third base umpire has no reason being there, and he came over to argue with the Baysox dugout and threw out one of their players. And now Handley and Billy Facto are talking with the umpiring crew. So Tim DeJohn will take over as the manager for the remainder of the game and go to third base, while Billy Facto will replace DeJohn at first base. And now there is one player, I think, from the Baysox dugout as well, who doesn't have a jersey on, walking out. Is that Justin Armbruster? Yeah, that's Justin Armbruster. I'm not sure if he got ejected or if he's just leaving with Handley. If you want to look at this from a calculated perspective, you can, because at the very least, Brennan White has just sat around for around 10 minutes. And a lot of this, again, falls onto the umpiring crew and their inability to control what's been a tightly contested series. Both teams frustrated with the way that this crew has called the entire series. Tensions have boiled over because of it. And when Erie got antsy about a call that didn't go their way, Bowie was punished. Daryl Hernandez squares the bunt on the first pitch, and it fouls off back to the screen. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Hernandez laces it to short, and it's picked up by Gage Workman. He fires to second for one, back to first, and then it's in time. 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs. So Workman, who's been a terrible shortstop this whole series, finally figures out how to play a little. So 2 away, here's Hudson Haskin. Well, I said it at the beginning of the series, is that it's unfortunate that Bowie has to deal, and Erie has to deal with this umpiring crew, the way that they umpired the Somerset series. First pitch to Hudson Haskin is swung on and missed high. It's 0-1. Because they did not do a good job in that Somerset series, and both teams were upset at that one. And it instantly is carried over into this one. The most pivotal series for the second half in the Southwest Division, and it has been completely mismanaged by the 3 men supposed to manage it. Here's the 0-1 from White, and Haskin fouls it off to the right side. It's 0-2. Haskin is 1 for 3 on the day, single to left field in the 7th inning. as the 0-2 pitch is called strike 3, way high. You know, there's no recourse for bad umpiring. In the way that this series has been called, there really should be. Bowie sends the minimum to the plate in the 8th. They trail 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at UPMC Park in Erie, in a game that has turned into a strict umpiring disaster. Something that I've never said in my career, but that's exactly what happened in the top of the 8th as the Baysox only sent the minimum to the plate, and they trail 4-3. Bowie has had multiple personnel members ejected. Kyle Moore has been tossed. We believe Justin Armbruster was ejected as well as Maverick Handley. And in the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Nolan Hoffman taking over in relief for Bowie as Tyler Birch departs in line for a loss. First pitch to Dane Myers. Sidearm toss is called a strike on the inside edge. And it's 0-1 to start. It was an inning of work for Birch. He allowed 1 run on 2 hits with 2 strikeouts, no walks. Next offering misses inside. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Myers. Dylan Dingler will follow, and Daniel Cabrera after that. As the next pitch is bounced deep in the hole to short, scooped low by Hernais. Sidearm toss gets to first. 6-3 put out, and there's 1 away. It's completely unfair that the most important series of the season in terms of a potential playoff berth has been so sloppily handled with no sort of work put in to containing rising emotions over the course of this entire week. First pitch to Dylan Dingler is called a strike on the inside edge, and when the umpiring crew failed to do it once more and then decided to punish Bowie for Erie getting loud, that was the final straw for many of the Baysox staff. Next pitch to Dingler is called a strike in the upper inside corner. So to catch you up, Andrew Dashbach was hit by a pitch to start the 8th inning. Erie would not stop arguing it. Bowie argued in tandem to that, and the umpires decided to yell at Bowie for it. As Dingler bounces it to third, Mayo gloves and from the waist, fires to first in time, 5-3 put out, and there's 2 away. Bowie needs to be quiet. They didn't even look in the Erie direction, despite the fact that Erie was the one complaining about Dashbach not being hit by a pitch. They yelled at Erie, or they yelled at Bowie, I should say, and then they ejected a player from the Bowie dugout. We believe it's Justin Armbruster. Not only did a player get ejected, it was the umpire that ejected Armbruster that was the most peculiar. First pitch to Daniel Cabrera, misses inside, it's 1-0. The third base umpire, who had no business being all the way over on first base and in foul territory on the first base side, came all the way over just to eject a Bowie player. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses inside, it's 2-0. And because of that, Kyle Moore was obviously upset. had one of his biggest and probably most warranted arguments with an umpire this season as a high chopper finds its way up the middle and through for a base hit. Not fully through, where it's picked up by Daryl Hernaiz deep in the hole, but it's still a hit. As Daniel Cabrera singles for the second time today, one aboard with 2 outs. The third base umpire, who felt as if he had to make the entire scenario about him, then threw out Kyle Moore. They decided to throw out Maverick Handley as well. And all the while, no recourse to Erie. First pitch to Trey Cruz, misses outside. It's 1-0 to start. As Bowie trails 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They had to scratch and claw their way just to get back to a 3-3 tie after trailing 3-0 after 5. 1-0 pitch is fouled off back to the screen. It's 1-1. Bowie did not have a hit until the 6th inning. And at that point, they only had 1 hit. Never got a runner past first base. They started the 7th inning with 4 straight batters reaching safely. Haskins singled. Watson reached on a fielder's choice. Kobe Mayo singled, and Cesar Prieto hit a game-tying 3-run home run. The 1-1 pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1. But for some reason, the umpires, who, again, failed mightily to contain any rising emotions in what's been the most important series of the season, as the 2-1 is slapped foul to the left side, it's 2-2. Feel as if they should just start throwing personnel from the Baysox dugout left and right, simply because their routinely incorrect calls have been brought out. The 2-2, called strike 3. Inning's over. Good frame from Nolan Hoffman. Hopefully that charges Bowie up a little bit as we go to the 9th. They trail 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Bowie's down to their last chance here in the top of the 9th inning, a game that saw them have nothing over the first 6 frames, miraculously fight their way back to a 3-3 tie, only to give up a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 4-3, and Erie is going with one of their best relievers, Elvis Alvarado, to try and close it out. Brendan White is done. He's in line for the win after a scoreless inning and 2/3. Did not give up a hit. He did hit 2 batters, however, one of them leading to a lengthy ejection. First pitch to Zach Watson is popped up. Out toward left field, Gage Workman backs up. The shortstop is called off by the left fielder. Dane Myers dives, and he caught the ball. I don't know what Dane Myers was thinking there. He nearly hurt himself. You can see skids in rows of dirt in the outfield from where Myers' cleats dragged their way through. Well, it's the first out recorded, and Bowie is down to their final 2 outs. So now here's Kobe Mayo. He's been a big piece of this series for Bowie. A 1-for-3 day with a single and a run scored back in the 7th inning. First pitch in from Alvarado, and Mayo pops it foul right side out of play. 0-1. Elvis Alvarado is 6'4", 183-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from San Ignacio de Sabaneta in the Dominican, claimed off of waivers in 2021. On the season, he has 14 appearances, a 4-1 record, a 4.60 ERA. The 0-1 pitch, and Mayo pulls back on an inside fastball. It's 1-1. 15 2/3 innings for Alvarado, 19 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's only allowed 1 home run, as the 1-1 pitch is called a strike in the lower inside corner, and Mayo stares directly at the umpire, shakes his head, and tells him he missed that call. The filters have started to fall off for Bowie, and for good reason. A ball and 2 strikes to Mayo. The pitch, well inside. Probably close enough to call a strike from the way the umpire has been going. It's 2-2. Alvarado has 2 saves. He's blown 1 opportunity. As the 2-2 pitch, and Mayo watches high. That pitch was called for a strike earlier in the plate appearance. The exact same plate appearance. Here's the 3-2, and Mayo crushes it out to deep left field. Myers ranges back, feels for the wall. He looks up, and it is gone! Kobe Mayo says goodbye! A game-tying solo home run in the 9th, and it's 4-4. His 3rd of the season. Bowie's back in business. They've done it again. Alvarado's 2nd blown save on just his 2nd home run allowed. A monster blast to the top of the arena. The Baysox dugout is fired up for good reason. And now Cesar Prieto, who tied it initially with a 3-run home run in the 7th. The first pitch to him here is a fastball that skims too far down and inside. It's 1-0. Third base plays in on Prieto, who's 1 for 3 on the day. The next pitch, and he fouls it off back to the screen. It's 1-1. Alvarado is making already his 3rd appearance of this series. He pitched well up until now. He had a perfect 8th inning 2 nights ago, as the 1-1 here is called a strike on the lower inside corner, and Prieto just puts hands on hips. I can't believe this right now. Prieto has a stronger will than I to not even look at the umpire. The 1-2 is bounced to second. Scooped up by Andrew Navigado and sent to first in time. 4-3 put out, and there's 2 away. Alvarado had a scoreless 9th inning back in the 15-5 win. He gave up a single to Prieto, but struck out 2. Welk is 0 for 3 on the day, as he struck out twice, flew out to right field. First pitch, inside, waist high, and it's 1-0 to start. Davis Tavares is in the on-deck circle for Bowie. He replaces Maverick Handley as the designated hitter. The 1-0 pitch misses up and away, a slider, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. It was only the 2nd home run allowed by Alvarado this season. Kobe Mayo has really made this his series, the 2-0. Inside, nearly clipped Welk. It hits off of the catcher's mitt and rolls away. 3 balls and no strikes. I gotta find my blood pressure medication after this game. The 3-0. Welk lifts it out to center, shallow. Meadows sprinting down, second baseman Navigado out, and it's Navigado. The inning is over, but Bowie once again ties the game. A solo home run by Kobe Mayo, and as we go to the bottom of the 9th, Bowie will hope for extras. It's 4-4. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, this game, this series, this afternoon just does not want to end. As the Bowie Baysox have come from behind a deficit twice with two massive home runs, a 3-run blast by Cesar Pareto in the 7th inning to make it 3-3, and a solo home run by Kobe Mayo in the 9th to make it 4-4. As we move to the bottom of the 9th here in Erie, Bowie will try for extra innings as they send out Hector Perez to pitch. 5th reliever of the day for Bowie takes it from Tyler Hoffman, who fired a scoreless 8th inning. First pitch to Bryant Packard, misses down and inside a fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Packard is 2 for 3. A double, a single, a run scored. As Perez sets and fires the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. It's never a fun stat to report, but it's something that you have to discuss in tie games, especially in the bottom of the 9th, especially on the road. But Bowie in their walk-off losses, the 2-0. Packard fouls it off back to the screen. It's 2-1. Bowie has suffered 11 walk-off losses this season. That's the most in the Eastern League. If I'm not mistaken, it is still tied for the most in all of minor league baseball. The last time that Bowie suffered a walk-off loss, they were tied with AAA St. Paul. The 2-1 pitch. Half swing in the dirt. Appeal to the third base umpire. He went. Home plate umpire rung him up on it. They didn't appeal. Home plate umpire couldn't make up his mind. Oh, my goodness. Base is empty. No one out. A 2-2 count here. Perez has been a pitcher of record in a walk-off loss this season. But time is called. I think Packard got a little confused on the timing as well because the umpire didn't actually ring him up on the strike properly. So Perez had reset. And now we wait for the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Floated out towards center field, a base hit. A 3-hit day for Brian Packard, who is hitting 161 entering today's game. Something that you simply cannot have happen. Batters can run into good days, but Bowie has needed to get it done constantly today. For some reason, the number 9 batter is the one that has been giving them the most fits. Back to the top of the lineup for Andrew Navigado, who's 1 for 4 with an infield single. Navigado has hit into 8 double plays this year. First pitch home, and he watches fastball miss down and in. It's 1-0. Now, Perez was the pitcher when Bowie suffered their 10th walk-off loss back on August 10th. That was in the Akron series, in which they had 3 walk-off losses. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball called for strike on the outside edge of the zone. It's 1-1. Of course, since this is Bowie's first road trip since that Akron series, they haven't suffered a walk-off loss since. But they're always hovering overhead. The 1-1 pitch. Half swing, he went. Navigado couldn't pull back on a slider outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, no one out in a 4-4 game here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bowie hoping for extras. The 1-2. Fastball up and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That walk-off loss that Perez was charged with back in August, you could tell out of the gate he didn't have good control over the zone. He walked the first batter on a 3-1 count and then hit the next 2 batters with pitches to load the bases. 2-2 pitch here, swinging a piece. Navigado just barely hangs on to a low slider that was kicking up some dirt. Rolls over to the right side, and the count stays. But after those bases were loaded against Perez in his last loss to Akron, he gave up a single and didn't even record an out before allowing the tying and winning run to score. 2-2 pitch here. Popped up foul. Gets out of play, and the count stays. Again, Bowie has had some very strong pitching performances in this game, even when batters foul off a handle of 2-strike pitches. Bowie has been able to get those much-needed outs. Runner at first, still no one gone. The 2-2 pitch. Again, a foul. Breaking ball down and inside, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Navigado flew out to left field to open the game. Now the 2-2. Popped up again, foul. Right side. That was the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. Perez still has a ball to give, though, so he can maybe try and feed him another slider in the dirt. See if he chases. Navigado has been a tough batter this season. For himself, I should say, after the 6th inning. He's hitting under 220. Another 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the slider in the other batter's box. First punch out for Hector Perez. 9th overall for Baysox pitching. And now Bowie can think about an inning-ending double play. Don't want to focus on it just yet. Gage Workman is always a tough out. 1 for 4 with an RBI single in the 5th. He struck out twice today. First pitch home. Workman watches it miss inside, and it gets by. Winning run moved to second. Perez missed his spot there. And now a base hit will probably win it for Erie. So Angulo comes out, has a quick little chat, switches up the signs now with runner in scoring position. But now Workman can try and win it for the Baysox, or for the Seawolves, rather. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses inside, just barely. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And once again, the fact that the game has gotten to this point is partly an abject failure on the umpiring crew. But the way that the Baysox responded to it is at least something to note. The 2-0. Up and away. Fastball runs it to 3-0. As this crew did not handle the tense emotions between the two teams trying to find their way into first place well at all. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball called for strike at the knees. And it's 3-1. So no green light for Workman, but a hitter's count here. Runner at second, 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. 3-1 pitch from Perez. In the dirt, ball 4. That runner is insignificant, and it might help Bowie more than anything, as Workman now becomes the potential front end of a double play. The runner at second is the only one that matters here. Parker Meadows steps up, and Josh Conaway will come out to converse with Perez,
who wants to avoid being dealt a second walk-off loss this year. Some Eastern League scores as we take a quick glance around the league. Somerset and Binghamton still don't get going until 6:35, which is still questionable. Portland took down New Hampshire today, a 5-0 shutout as the Sea Dogs won their 8th consecutive game. They're holding the line in the Northeast Division, making a big opportunity to finish out and head to the postseason. Hartford took down Reading 4-2 to stay in pace with Portland, but they're still 6.5 out. Harrisburg leads Richmond 7-2 in the 8th, and Altoona beat Akron 5-2. Meeting is over. Meadows will step in. He's put it in play all 4 times he's stepped up. 2 for 4 overall, a double, a line out to second, an RBI single in the 5th, and an RBI in the 7th on a force out. First pitch home, and he watches up and away fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Now, Perez had similar issues with strikes in that walk-off loss to Akron, and right now he's thrown 20 pitches. Only 11 of them have gone for strikes. The 1-0 pitch here. Fastball up and away. 21 pitches, 11 strikes. 6 of the last 7 he's thrown have been outside. First and second, 1 away in a tie game, bottom of the 9th. Bowie trying for the 10th. The 2-0. Down and inside, 3-0. You're going to have Quincy Naporti bat on deck in a potential bases loaded scenario. Bowie might not have a chance here. The 3-0. Right down Broadway for called strike. It's 3-1. I don't want to sound Debbie Downer, and I shouldn't, but oh goodness, the way it's lining up almost seems like something out of the movie. This is a must-throw strike here, which makes it difficult to Meadows. The 3-1. And he pops it up. Foul. Third base side out of play. So the count runs full. Meadows this season on full counts is only hitting 156. But he walks about a third of the time. Here's the payoff. Bounced off of Perez's foot. He can't find the ball. It's by the mound and everyone's safe. It hit off of his foot and fell to rest directly in front of the mound. Perez spent the entire time looking at second base. If he had just turned around and found the ball, he could have at least tried for a force at third. But an infield single loads the bases with 1 out for Quincy Naporti. Naporti this season with the bases loaded is 1 for 8, but he has 6 RBI. And with only 1 out, he just needs to get it out of the infield. The outfield will play shallow in response with the wind pushing in from right field. Perez sets. The first pitch home, and Naporti smacks it out to right field, potentially. Haskin backs up, camps, runs in, makes the catch, runner at third tags. Here comes the throw home, it's on time, and they miss the tag. Bowie suffers their 12th walk-off loss of the season. 5-4 the final. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Bowie suffers their 12th walk-off loss of the season, the most in minor league baseball, as they have to settle for a series split with the Erie Seawolves. A game that had no business being this close when the Baysox put a charge into it late. The umpiring crew made crucial mistakes, decided to pick on the Baysox themselves and throw out many of their players and coaching staff. We'll recap this one and look around the rest of the Eastern League. So let's take you back in time. 1:36 p.m. First pitch came home from Chance Kirby to Darryl Hernaiz, and Hernaiz instantly flew out to right field in foul territory. It was a good day out of the gate for Chance Kirby. He didn't give up a base hit until the 6th inning. He was perfect until the 5th inning when a runner reached on an error. Meanwhile, though, Brendan Hanafy had to dance around plenty of trouble, but he was still able to work scoreless. He was only able to go 4 innings, however, on 65 pitches. In the bottom of the 5th, when the Baysox turned things over to Easton Lucas, though, Lucas ran into trouble. He gave up a bunch of singles. Just to put it pretty simply, 2 singles with 1 out to Trey Cruz and Brian Packard, and then with 2 outs, Gage Workman was able to put the Seawolves ahead with another single. He flew out. First pitch here, and he floats one out towards center field. Watson initially ran to his right, now has to run in, and it falls in. This will score a run as the throw comes home, and it's late, and it's bounced up the line. It's not being backed up. Here comes the second run. RBI single and an error for a second run. Bowie trails 2-0. So 2 runs across there, and Lucas still could not get that final out that he needed as Parker Meadows drove in another. Here's the 2-2. Floated out towards second. Pareto backs up. It's over his head. Here comes another run. RBI single for Meadows. 3-0 Erie. So a 3-0 deficit, and with the way that the Baysox offense had been looking, it looked nearly impossible to even get a chance at coming from behind in this game. But the cracks finally started to form against Chance Kirby as he attempted his 3rd trip through the lineup. Hudson Haskin opened up the 7th inning with a single. Zach Watson replaced him at first base with a fielder's choice, and Kobe Mayo singled to put 2 aboard. Cesar Prieto delivered big for the Baysox. The 2-0 pitch, and Prieto smashes it out to deep left center field. This one's tough as Myers runs back. He looks up at the wall, and this one is gone! Cesar Prieto, a game-tying 3-run home run, his 4th of the season. He says goodbye, Chance Kirby, and hello to a new ball game. It's 3-3. So all of a sudden, things are looking good for Bowie. That knocked Chance Kirby out of the game, but as Brennan White took over, he didn't give up a base hit and finished out the 7th inning. In the bottom of the 7th, as Tyler Birch took over from Griffin McClarty, Birch instantly allowed 2 base hits, a double and a single to put runners at 1st and 3rd. Gage Workman struck out, and Birch got a ground ball from Parker Meadows that looked like it should have ended the inning, but that wasn't the case. The 1-2. Bounce over towards second, could be a double play. Sidearm to second, Hernaiz scoops, spins, fires, got him! No, it's late! The throw was late and the run scores. Erie takes the lead. So a 4-3 lead there for the Seawolves, and Bowie had to do it once again. And in the top of the 8th inning, the umpires got in the way, thinking that they had more control of this game, when in reality they should have just been controlling, the 2 teams from getting too antsy about each other. Instead, they decided that the Baysox weren't allowed to voice their concerns about a pitcher hitting Baysox batters. Very interesting decision, as they threw out 3 different personnel from the Baysox dugout. Bowie went down quietly in the 8th inning, and in the bottom of the 8th, Nolan Hoffman took over and worked it scoreless. In the top of the 9th, against one of the hardest throwing relievers for Erie, Elvis Alvarado, Zach Watson flew out to left field to open the frame, but as Alvarado made his 3rd appearance of the series, Kobe Mayo was able to tag him for 1. Here's the 3-2, and Mayo crushes it out to deep left field. Myers ranges back, feels for the wall, he looks up, and it is gone! Kobe Mayo says goodbye. A game-tying solo home run in the ninth, and it's 4-4. His third of the season. Bowie's back in business. They've done it again. So a 4-4 game on a miraculous home run by Kobe Mayo, but we've seen this story too many times, especially with the way that so many games have ended for Bowie. With a tie going into the bottom of an inning on the road, you've got to be careful, and that's exactly what happened again. As Hector Perez came on, instantly gave up a single to Brian Packard and threw a wild pitch to put him to second before an out was even recorded. Andrew Navigado struck out and Gage Workman walked. Parker Meadows hit a ball off of the pitcher. It hit off Perez's foot, and he couldn't find it. It was in front of the mound the entire time. He could have thrown to any base for a force out, but instead everyone was safe. That loaded the bases with only one out and gave Quincy Naporti the chance for the walk-off. First pitch home, and Naporti smacks it out to right field, potentially. Haskin backs up, camps, runs in, makes the catch, runner at third tags. Here comes the throw home, it's on time, and they miss the tag. Bowie suffers their 12th walk-off loss of the season. 5-4 the final. Your final box score, Bowie scores 4 runs on 5 hits with 3 errors and 2 left on. Erie scores 5 runs on 12 hits with 1 error. They left on 9. Elvis Alvarado is the winning pitcher. He moves to 5-1. Hector Perez is the losing pitcher, his second walk-off loss of the year. He falls to 0-2. No save. Game was played in 2 hours and 40 minutes in front of a paid attendance of 1,933. With the loss, Bowie falls back to 500, 63-63. Their one-game winning streak is over. Bowie is 28-35 on the road and 19-28 in games decided by 1 run. With the win, Erie moves to 75-51. They're on a one-game winning streak as they're now 39-24 at home. Erie is 21-21 in games decided by 1 run. Bowie is 36-21 in the second half, so is Erie. Tell you about the rest of the Eastern League and get you an updated look at the standings when we return. Bowie suffers their 12th walk-off loss of the season. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
PMC Park one final time this afternoon following another disastrous loss for the Baysox. Their 12th walk-off loss of the season, most in minor league baseball. 5-4 the final tonight as we take a quick look around the Eastern League. Bowie doesn't lose any ground to Akron, fortunately, as Altoona takes down the Rubber Ducks 5-2. Hartford beats Reading 4-2. Harrisburg about to wrap up a 7-3 win over Richmond as they're in the 9th inning. Portland shuts out New Hampshire 5-0, and Binghamton and Somerset will go toe-to-toe at 6:35. But at the end of this series, we're right back to where we started. A 6-game split means that Bowie and Erie are still tied for first, same as they were when Bowie got to town on Tuesday. What this means for tiebreakers is still slightly up in the air because the tiebreaker starts with the head-to-head series in the second half, of which it is now tied. Bowie and Erie don't see each other again for the rest of the year, so the second tiebreaker will go into effect. Whichever team has the best winning percentage or the best record over their final 20 games played in the regular season. So at the moment, it looks to be that these two teams may be tied because Bowie and Erie, let's see, how did Erie do over their last 2 games in their last series? They picked up
2 wins over Harrisburg, as a matter of fact. So Erie does have the edge over Bowie in the second tiebreaker at the moment, but Erie needs to, well, as a matter of fact, as you think about it, if these two teams stay tied for the rest of the way, then Erie would win the tiebreaker. That loss on Saturday to Altoona is what's ruined the Baysox chances at winning a potential tiebreaker. Now their only recourse is to win the remainder of their 2 series with Altoona, with Richmond and Akron, and hope that Erie can suffer a few more losses, because tiebreakers now favor the Seawolves for the rest of the season. 2 sides will not meet again, fortunately enough, because this series was much too heated and apparently too much work for the umpires to do their job properly. As we take a quick look around the Eastern League, or the Orioles organization, I should say, Jacksonville took down AAA Norfolk earlier today 3-1. Actually, I'm looking at a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact. I was still looking at that previous series. So Jacksonville is just getting, or Norfolk is just getting underway with Lehigh Valley, I should say. They're scoreless in the top of the second. High A Aberdeen has a 4-1 lead over Hickory at the moment in the bottom of the 8th. And Delmarva just wrapped up a drubbing. They lost 10-2 to the Fredericksburg Nationals. Bowie's back to work on Tuesday against Richmond, when Grayson Rodriguez will make a minor league rehab start for the Baysox. Get your tickets, bring out your gas cans, and be sure to stop on by at 6:35. Bowie needs to go on a big run to try and get themselves back into a sure thing for the Eastern League playoffs. Bowie suffers their 12th walk-off loss of the season tonight, 5-4. And that's going to do it for us. Matt Sabatis from UPMC Park saying thank you for stopping by. Wish it could have been a better week for you. Do apologize for that. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.